A peace officer, court officer, short punt. Goes shy of midfield, and the Braves will take over in good field position.
Yeah, it looked like a bad handle on the punt there. Only about a 15-yarder, so Bravest with some good positioning. We can see what they can do now.
So first down and 10 from the 44-yard line. And the Bravest will give it off to their quarterback as well, John Conklin, former correction officer. And one of two former Boldest players playing for the Bravest today.
Yeah, a little storyline there. John Conklin, former quarterback for corrections. I'm sure there'll be a lot of trash talking from both sides with that going on today.
Man in motion is Flowers, and they give it that way as Flowers, one of the more athletic guys on the Bravest, gets a pickup of 7 on the smooth handoff.
Nice little end around to Flowers. Like you said, Flowers super athletic. That kid can do anything in the sports realm. Give a nice little end around for about 8, 9 yards there.
Flowers, somebody who used to play at LIU post and moonlights at safety, wide receiver as well. On second down, it's Tremaine Wilson. And picks up the first down, and that'll move the chains for the Bravest.
Jermaine Wilson ran a nice downhill run there, picking up the first down. We kind of see what Bravest might go here. A lot of handoffs with this bad weather.
First down and 10 from the 33-yard line. As Conklin set to go. Low snap, Conklin picks it off the dirt, still with it. And how about Conklin making something out of nothing? That could have smelled disaster, and picked up 4.
Yeah, bad snap. Fumbled it himself a little there, a little bobble. Picks it up and grabs some yards, some positive yards there for the Bravest. Nice play by Conklin.
I think one thing, though, that we'll see for all of the teams out there, for obvious reasons, is a lot of these guys don't panic in the pressure situations.
Yeah, well, both jobs call for a lot of non-panicking in the tight situations. So,
second and 5, Conklin gives it off. Wilson, and a pickup of 2.
So we're all run so far. I like the game plan. Clean handoffs down the field. Let's see what the corrections D-line gives us.
Cameron Peak, the head coach, saying that he knows that it's going to be a muddy track and a slippery turf field, so ball possession crucial for his team and not wanting to turn it over, and don't be surprised if you see them run it every down, and they have a good field goal kicker as well within his striking distance. And it'll be 3rd and 4, and Conklin out of the gun. Wilson again. And Wilson picks up another pair.
Couple yards there by Wilson. You better tuck that ball away. Swinging in the wind with this weather. Could go any which way.
And it looks like the Bravest is going to keep their offense on the field.
Looks like a long two, too.
Yeah, we're scoreless. 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And 4th and 3 from the 26-yard line. And Conklin throws it into the flat. He's got Wilson, and Wilson is stood up. Good play on the other end. Justin Pierre-Louis, the safety, gets the stop and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Corrections had that sniffed out the whole time. Little bobble on the catch, completed it, but not enough for the first down. Corrections coming out on offense.
Well, and one thing, too, with Conklin, he can throw it, but we haven't seen him take that deep shot yet. Now, it was only one offensive series, but it just goes to show the elements that these guys are playing in.
Yeah, Conklin's a bit of a gunslinger. He likes to whip that thing around, so we'll see what the offense talks about.
Palmer hands it off. Travis Briggins. Ball might have come out as well, and it did, and the Bravest take over.
There you go. That was quick. Looks like a fumble on the far sideline. Bravest recover it. Offense might be coming back out here.
Offense will come out, and it looks to be an injury, too, as we've got a down Boldest player. On the replay there. Saw it pop out late.
Looked like just a bit of a gang tackle, too, so first two guys maybe stood him up. Third guy might have came in there and popped it out. Again, these conditions. We'll be talking about it all day.
So the officials talking over whether he was down or not, and that's what Corrections is contesting. They're saying that he was down, so it shouldn't be ruled a fumble. So that's one issue for Corrections, and then they've got a player, too, that might have twisted his ankle or suffered some injury, but they'll say that the runner was down. And the possession stays with the Boldest.
Well, there goes all that excitement. Referees huddled up. I guess they got it right. Hard to tell from over this vantage point. Bravest offense back to the bench. Talk about that first series they had.
Yeah, so looking over at the schedule for the Bravest coming into today, 3-0. Wins at Orlando, 33-3, and at Roanoke, 21-20. That was a little bit of a squeaker. And then how about the overtime as well? The win at Tri-State, 23-20, as they'll take on Corrections today and then on June 3rd as well.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Peak doesn't want this Correction game to be as close as those last two. Those two were tight ball games and exciting for the fans. Real good games.
10:22 remaining in the first quarter. We're scoreless, Boldest and Bravest. As that was Michael John going out to the far side. So second down and 11. Ball squirts free again. Check that. Palmer stays with it and gets back to the original line of scrimmage, but couldn't get out of bounds.
Yeah, another bad snap there with Michael Hart coming hard off the edge. Almost tackles him for a loss, but Palmer sneaks out to the left there and doesn't get back to the line of scrimmage, but it's better than that 5-yard loss.
Hart, someone that grew up on Long Island, an EMS guy. Walked on to the Florida football team, but played after the golden era, of course, with Tim Tebow and the rest of those guys. And
yeah, go Gators.
Palmer hands it off up the middle. And another loss of 2. And that front line for the Bravest, not giving Corrections anywhere to go.
No, there's three heavyweights up there for the Bravest on D-line. And they rotate them quite frequently, so everybody's going to have a good breather. And they're a solid squad, that D-line from the Bravest.
4th down and long and second punt. As Schweitzer goes out to boot it away. And Schweitzer with the gloves on, shanks the punt, and goes out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
Well, he's 2 for 2 with some bad punts here. That might have been shorter than the first one. Maybe only about 10 yards. And Bravest, again, with great field position. We'll see what they can do now.
So they take over with 8:35 remaining in the first quarter, and we're scoreless. As John Conklin, 5'11", 220, comes back out. As the Bravest try and strike first.
Yeah, if you notice, the Bravest will look to their sidelines for their play calls, and they'll come in from a couple of quarterbacks will send some signs, and the coaching staff, and then Conklin will get those and give them to the players if they're in the huddle, and or the players will recognize the signs themselves, and they'll get right up to that line of scrimmage and snap that ball pretty quick.
Cameron Peak, the head coach, Vincent Shada, the assistant coach, Mark Poppy, of course, the offensive coordinator, Sal DiAugustino, the defensive coordinator, and, of course, got some other coaches in there as well. It's a village of coaches for FDNY.
Takes a village, right?
Yep. First down and 10. Conklin out of the gun. As the Bravest try to open up the scoring. Conklin's going to air it out. Looking far side. It's caught. Timmy Dollison, the former Temple Owl, makes the catch, and we're in the red zone. Or check that. That's Evan Flowers.
There's Evan Flowers. Looked like a post route down on the right-hand sideline. And Bravest back on the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
First and goal from the 10. Into the flat. Far side, sneaking towards the end zone as that was Thomas Herrick, who was stopped after the game.
Sorry, Dad. John, with Tommy Herrick with a little bubble route, couple yards there. Tommy, fun facts, senior man on this Bravest football team. He's been on the team the longest, I believe 14 years now. He's an old fossil compared to some of these 20-year-olds. But he still looks young, still looks great out there. Nice catch. Nice couple yards for Tommy.
Well, we were just talking about the outlet that this provides, too. And, you know, you build friendships. And for some of these guys, they could just go into the administrative role or coaching role. But for him, he just wants to stay on the field and play.
That's it. I mean, it's a tough transition going from a player to a coach, especially if you didn't get hurt or anything. Because you always feel like, maybe I could still do it. Maybe I could still do it. So you do see it. Some guys take a little break, maybe a couple years, get a little older. Now they know they can't do it. But Tommy's still out there, 14 years on the team. And, you know, he's a workout guy. He's keeping himself healthy. He's drinking the right protein shakes. He's doing the right thing. So,
were you a protein shake guy? Or?
Yeah, you know, on Sundays sometimes.
Okay,
you know?
all right. And so, yeah, the delay is now we need 2 volunteers for the chains on the opposite side.
Yeah, in this weather, that might be a little tough. Hope they're offering them free beer for the chain crew. Right in front of us, Timmy Donaldson, number 8, is warming up as a snapper for the field goals. He took over last week. So that might be a thought here, field goal here.
That's the announcement now, and might see some young fans out there too, family members, but that's a delay right now. Now, I know we're going to need the chain gang going forward, but it's second and goal. Like, you don't need somebody right now.
There you go. Good point. Good point. I want to know what happened to the chain gang just a couple downs ago.
Yeah.
Where'd they go? They quit halfway through? Not even halfway through. A quarter through?
They punched out. That was it.
That's it. Must be a union job.
Right, there you go. Of course, today's game presented by New York Firefighters Heart and Lungs, as well as a Stephen Siller Tunnels to Tower Foundation. Since 9/11, we've been helping America's heroes by providing mortgage-free homes to Gold Star and fallen first responder families with young children, and by building specialty-adapted smart homes for catastrophically injured veterans and first responders. They're also committed to eradicating veteran homelessness and helping America to never forget September 11th, 2001. Visit them today at t2t.org. So after all the commotion, I guess they found a volunteer or a few. As it'll be 2nd and goal. 7:19 to play in the first. The scramble, the fumble. And Conklin falls on top of it. And a flag afterwards.
Looked like Conklin had a couple receivers in the end zone there. He was about to whip it out there and just lost it with that rain. Again, the ball hits the turf.
And a good job by the secondary closing off any passing lanes. As the holding will push back the Bravest.
Bravest looking to the sidelines for their plays. Coming in from the 2 backup quarterbacks, Danny Woodford and Anthony Balzano. Better get this in quick, though. Clock is ticking.
Yeah. Yeah, they've been pretty deliberate with their offense. Under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. Bravest looking to strike first. Airing towards the end zone. It's caught. And a reach.
He's not in. Woo.
So close for Dollison.
I think that was.
Or check that. That's Flowers. You're right. Yeah, it gets
yeah,
bunched
6.
up the number. I apologize.
I wore 6 for a long time, and it happened to me every year.
Well, Evan Flowers with 2 big catches. As this should be 4th and goal from the 1. Up the middle. Piling forward. That's Nick Sumter. And did he get in? No. And the Boldest make a big stop on 4th and goal.
Wow.
And will take over in their own end zone.
Nice little out route by Flowers. The play before, he reached out, didn't get it.
Let's take another look here, Kenny. See, so close to the pile, but just couldn't get through.
Even Conklin back there trying to push his man in. Good stand by Corrections there. 4th and goal and holds them up. Let's see what they can do on offense now. Deep in their own end, though.
Wayne Harris with the stop for the Boldest. And with the weather and positioning, too, and we've seen a few botched snaps and a fumble as well. Not easy pickings for the Boldest.
No. Deep in this end zone with the likes of Denzel Washington and Michael Song up front and Cunningham. This could be a dangerous spot for Corrections.
Pile moves forward as Palmer gets the big pickup.
Well, Corrections just made me eat my words. That was a good push. Bunch of yards. Get out of the trouble there. Any safety.
So 2nd and short for Boldest. After the 7-yard gain by Palmer. Up the middle.
There's that D-line we're talking about. Quick tackle. Looks like a no gain there by Corrections. Looks like someone's down again for Corrections, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2nd time that somebody has gone down for the Boldest. And, of course, never want to suffer an injury. And for these guys, some guys have to go to work tomorrow or who knows, maybe later tonight. Not sure what the shift times are, but make sure that everyone's healthy.
Yeah, no good either way. Hopefully it's just a tweak and he can jog on off and get back in here, but good defensive line there, Stan. Corrections, though, that was a nice 4th and goal. That stop, that was impressive there. Bravest didn't take much time on that play call either. Maybe they want to have that one back. Nonetheless.
So we'll take a timeout as the trainers are out, and you're watching the NPSFL on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net.
Back here at the Aviator Sports Complex, we're ready to go. Just over 5.5 to play in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Boldest and Bravest, and Corrections with the ball. 3rd and 3 from the 7-yard line. Palmer keeps it himself and gets wrapped up.
Great play there by the Bravest defense.
Looked like Denzel Wilson, 6'3", 285 pounds of muscle, the team captain, and Cameron Peak says the baddest guy on the lineman.
He sure is. I had the pleasure playing with Denzel, and he's an athlete too. I'm telling you, on the basketball court, he's got a quick first step for the size that he is, and he is a monster on that D-line, as he just showed, and a captain for a good reason. He's a leader out there.
Don't want to back him down in the post.
No.
Schweitzer out to punt. He shanked his last punt, and will need some distance on this boot. Low snap, punt is up. Gets some hang time. Fair catch is called. And a nice sliding catch underneath by Eric Ortega.
Sure-handed Eric Ortega taking that one in the rain, no doubt. Fair catch. Seems to be going some kind of conference out there. There's some laundry on the field.
Not sure if there was running into the kicker or a hold.
Everybody looks confused.
Yeah, because it came from behind. It wasn't in the backfield. So they'll redo 4th down.
I missed that call out there. I'm not sure what it was, but
I didn't see it either. And then you would think because it was 4th and short that would give them the first down.
Yeah, I'm confused. Maybe the fans can chime in and let us know what happened. I think the Bravest are as confused as we are.
Right. All right, so an illegal substitution called against the Boldest, and they'll have them punt again, which is a smart strategy because you want to have Schweitzer see if he can kick it the same way again.
Yeah, Braves might be coming with the block here, hoping they can get this one.
Eric Ortega back to receive. And an even better kick. Chases back Ortega, who gets away from it. And it is downed near midfield by Earl Lucas.
Well, there's Schweitzer finally with a good kick there. Got a decent roll. But Bravest still got good field position here for the offense. So
as the Boldest come back out. And the Bravest offense as well. Well, last time that the Bravest was on the field, 4th and goal from the 1. Couldn't push it forward. And now deeper field position, but still in Boldest territory.
Looks like they're coming out with 3 receivers here. 4 receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Might be trying to air it out here.
Conklin and Sumter in the backfield, and you're right, trips right. Or trips left on the screen. Goes to Ortega in the flat. Stutter steps, gets around 1 defender. Then is swarmed and taken down. Earl Lucas with the tackle.
Eric tap dancing there, trying to get some positive yardage, but Boldest was all over that play, so not much room for him.
Schweitzer also in there on the gang tackle.
Corrections always have the bigger of the DBs. They always seem to be over 6 foot, 200 pounds. They like to get up in your face at the line.
Certainly bringing the intimidation. Steven Adams up front wearing 58 with Andrew Smith. In the backfield, nowhere to go for David Fung.
Fung, a speedster for the Bravest, but had no room to open up the wheels, and he just dropped down to the ground. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, Fung, I'm not sure if he's favoring his ankle or his knee. We'll take another look. Might be holding on to his knee as he was tackled from behind. And this is the third stoppage that we've seen, and yeah, I think might have just hyperextended his knee because then he got back up and fell down, and
hopefully just a bang. As the Bravest talk over their offensive strategy here for third down, third and long.
Third injury timeout too. As you hope that Fung is all right.
He's the speedster there for the Bravest running back crew. North and south, he is a bullet out there. I believe he ran track in high school.
And the scouting report, of course, on him, just small guy but a speedster like a Darren Sproles. You have to keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
And he's going to be helped off the field. So 2:44 to play in the first as Fung comes off, and yeah, really favoring that left ankle. So third down and long. It's 3rd and 20. Man in motion was the vet. Herrick as it's thrown over the middle. And Tremaine Wilson. A nice catch, but still a long way for him to go. And it'll be 4th and long, and the punting unit comes out for Bravest.
Try to sneak a little screen pass into the running back. Corrections was not fooled. Bravest to punt.
So Francis Cole from Engine 59 to kick it away.
Francis, a rookie on the team, but real good leg. We'll see what he gets on his first punt here.
Corrections playing really far back as well, and for good reason. A lot of hang time, but it goes into the end zone. And a good job by Dexter McCray to let it go as Corrections will take over from their own 20-yard line.
That is probably the tightest spiral we saw all day by Francis Cole there with that punt. That was a bomb.
And credit to Corrections, too. They sniffed it out and got away from it, didn't try and return it.
Yeah,
because if you return it, you have to make sure you get past the 20-yard line.
Yeah, otherwise you're in the negative now. You got two captains out there for the Bravest. Denzel Wilson, which you mentioned before, and John Moody, number 22, the safety. Two excellent players and leaders of this Bravest football club.
Yeah, Moody's seen as the quarterback of the defense. Always around the ball and has a nose for it. On first down, Palmer keeps it himself, reverses course, and only picks up a yard.
And I forgot to mention Rich Richards, who was in on that tackle, number 33. Also a captain out there. Another great player. He's been a captain quite a couple of years now. Maybe the longest out of the current captains for the Bravest.
Second and 9, a whistle. It looks like we might have a timeout called by Corrections with 1:08 to go in the first quarter. Or check that, that's the end of the quarter, so it wiped out. So the scoreboard in-house was wrong, and that's why the confusion was there. But 1 quarter in the books were scoreless. Corrections and the FDNY on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsburgh, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Get ready for the start of the second quarter. We're scoreless. Corrections and FDNY. A rainy Saturday evening at Aviator Sports Complex. Looks like Kenny DeForest. I'm John Perez. And Kenny, you could really see the slippery track rearing its ugly head in the first quarter. And passing on first down. Palmer thought about it, keeps it himself, and gets a huge gain of 8.
Nice run by Palmer. He's an athletic fella. He gets some open room. He might be gone. But the ball's got to stay in the hands. It's been hitting the turf way too much, as you just mentioned, so we'll see.
And remember Palmer, too. Originally a wide receiver, but just so athletic, and Corrections didn't have a quarterback, so he stepped up, and he's been shouldering the burden there.
He's managing the situation pretty well. And you can tell he wants the ball in his hands, so he's a playmaker.
Flag before the play, and a false start. We'll push back the Boldest 5.
That's not good. That's not unacceptable, as they used to say back in the day when you're playing. Third down. Now it's going to be a 3rd and 10. It's not helping their cause here.
Well, and that's one of the struggles, too, with a new quarterback in there as well. You get a snap count, and your linemen are thinking one thing, and Palmer's saying the other, and that could cause some confusion.
Without a doubt, John. Even the vocals coming from a quarterback can change it just that second.
Palmer in the pocket, fires it far side, almost intercepted. That was in the direction of Dollison.
Timmy Dollison, wish he had that one back right through his mitts. Hate to say it, but that rain probably had something to do with it. Timmy's a pretty sure-handed DB, so.
As we look again, Dollison so close, and he knew it right away.
Yeah. Curtis High School product out of Staten Island there. He might have to be doing some push-ups after the game for that drop.
We've been seeing a lot of talent, too, over the last few years out of Staten Island, particularly at the high school level. You mentioned Curtis, as well as more Catholic. St. Peter's is always competitive. St. Joe's by the Sea, and Farrell,
that's
right?
That's where I went. Come on, my Farrell buddies would hang me if I didn't mention them.
I'm saving the best for last.
Yeah, of course.
Ball's on the ground. Does the Bravest have it? It's a turnover. Boldest came out to punt. They get the stop regardless. And primo real estate and field position for FDNY.
Yeah, it looked like a botched snap. Punted, just couldn't pick it up. Anthony Phipps with the recovery.
Phipps usually a lockdown corner and makes the play there.
Yeah, that was right off the corner. Little bobble there, bad snap, and fell right into his lap. He's getting the turnover tool now. Mr. Phipps.
Phipps works out of Manhattan, and someone who has just gotten better every week. And
Phipps, another great athlete for that Bravest team. Very good basketball player. He's actually a PSAL ref for basketball. So he does a little bit of everything.
so we're scoreless here in the second quarter, but the Bravest knocking on the door. And, of course, we'd like to thank another one of our sponsors, the Gary Sinise Foundation. At the Gary Sinise Foundation, we serve our nation by honoring our defenders, veterans, first responders, and their family, as well as those in need. We do this by creating and supporting unique programs designed to entertain, educate, inspire, strengthen, and build communities. Visit them today at GarySiniseFoundation.org. He's Kenny DeForest. I'm John Perez, and the Bravest knocking on the door. 1st and 10 from the 10. As the way that the first quarter, if it's an indication of how the rest of the game will go, one touchdown might feel like a 2 or 3 touchdown lead.
Yeah, you're right in this weather.
Handoff up the gut. That's Kadeem Jonas, and Jonas nowhere to go. Schweitzer with the tackle.
Good D-line pursuit there. Kadeem shakes off that first tackle, but the second and third man on the scene. Bring him down for a loss there. Looks like we got Marco Babby out there. Heedles, Ortega, and Flowers at your receiving core.
2nd and goal from the 8. Conklin slings it off the hands of Flowers. Good defense out of the secondary for Corrections. That'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Anthony Flowers, he's wish he had that one back, just like Dollison. Right through his hands. That probably was going to be a touchdown there.
Clarence Curley had the coverage. And now this brings up 3rd and goal. And for the Bravest, they went for it on 4th and goal in the first quarter. Were stopped. And you'd have to imagine if they don't get that close again, maybe you bring out the field goal unit and just try and take the points.
I agree with you. Get Francis Cole out there. He can bang this throw. Wind shouldn't be a factor, but maybe they pick this up here.
Braves with the man in motion. Spun up the middle, incomplete.
Oh, it looked like he threw. I don't know if he threw him behind him or. But Heedles was the intended passer, but the ball hits the dirt, so 4th down here.
Yeah, Heedles went left, the throw went right. And now Conklin will come off.
Tell you what, looked like right was the way to go for Heedles. I'm not sure the route there, but right side was open. Here he is, Francis Cole, the rookie. Hit a big field goal for us last week in overtime. Walk-off victory against Tri-State. So let's see if he can hit another one for his 2nd career with the Bravest.
First opportunity for him in this contest, and it has to do with the rain. Of course, not in overtime, but snap is down. Heedles with the hold, end over end, and he drills it.
Good kick by Francis Cole. Good handling the ball, too, with the snap there by Heedles. With that wet ball zipping back there. It's good 3 points there by Bravest.
16-yard field goal knocked through by the big leg of Francis Cole. And as we take another look, Corrections came charging on. Big-time block by Denzel Wilson. And cool, calm, and collected for Mr. Cole. And a 3-0 lead for Bravest. So with that, we'll take a quick break. 3-0 Bravest on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
A 3-0 lead for the FDNY in the second quarter here between Corrections and the Bravest. And the second quarter, of course, brought to you by Hobra, Brooklyn Roots, Kettle Black, Brooklyn Roots Restaurant Group. Francis Cole nailed the 16-yard field goal and sends another deep one down to the opposite end. As Palmer with a head of steam, nice gain, and is downed just shy of the 35.
You don't often see your quarterback returning kickoffs, but in Palmer's case, he's just a weapon. So anyway, he can get the ball in his hands.
So now first time today that the Bravest defense is playing with the lead. Up 3-0 after the field goal by Cole. Now we'll see the response from the Boldest.
And Zerbo, Moody, and Phipps out here on the right side on the coverage.
Zerbo, one of many Staten Island guys.
Another Staten Islander.
As the rollout, and Palmer might have gotten a few yards.
And he was looking right side, but another bad snap. He had to put his head down to the ground, so good coverage.
With that, it'll just be 2nd and 9. And here's Palmer again. 3 receivers on the near side. Low snap, scoops it up. And a rollout. Palmer gets the block. Reverses course. Takes it himself. Flag is down. He gets pushed out of bounds. And we'll see if Palmer keeps the yardage. You have to imagine with all that squirming, there could be some holding in there.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think they were holding big Denzel Wilson there. Rich Ritchie with a nice pursuit, pushing Palmer out of bounds there.
And there it is, holding, so that'll force back Corrections. Another 10 yards.
They clean their act up. Another big penalty there.
But 2 flags are down, so it could be offsetting penalties.
Yeah, you're right.
Just not sure if they're both against Corrections. If that's so they redo 2nd down.
Looks like 2nd and 20, right?
Yeah.
With a 10-yard penalty. Going the wrong way here, Corrections.
Well, you could just see the struggles with the new quarterback, and when you have that new quarterback, it's basically like having a new offense out there too. Obviously some same faces, but haven't really played together. Handoff up the middle, and short gain by Deshaun Dusap.
Denzel with that tackle again, solo tackle. Know that name because we'll be mentioning him all day.
Well, Wilson had the big block on the field goal kick, and you're right, has been in the backfield essentially every play. On 2nd down, another snap picked out of the dirt. Palmer airs it out, going deep, far side, incomplete.
What a bomb by Palmer. Tight spiral down the field. He opened it up a little, just couldn't find his receiver.
Threw it in the direction of Travis Biggins. And a good job on defense and the coverage for Flowers.
We see Eric Ortega back. He's a lethal weapon for the Braves. They get him a good kick. Could go to the house. Might be better off kicking the 15-yard variety out of bounds here.
Yeah. So Schweitzer to punt it away. Had 2 good punts last time. Had to punt it again after the penalty. Good snap. Short punt comes towards the midfield and out at the 49-yard line. And then a flag afterwards, as that might be on corrections, and I think the magic word was said by Aaron Augustus as he comes off the field. And this will only help the Bravest.
Yeah, already in corrections territory, and if this goes against corrections, going to push him up even closer to that goal line. Good play by the defense out there. Another 3 and out. Corrections not helping with their penalties, though.
So pick up a 5, and good field position for the Bravest, leading 3-0. Almost midway through the second.
Coach Vinny Sheeta coming off the field, giving a play. Vinny was my receiver coach my last year. And then he got the bump up to assistant head coach. And he looks like he fits right into that role. Looking good out there, Vin.
We'll love to see his team go in front by 2 scores. They can put one in the end zone here. Start off at 39 at the 39-yard line. Rolled out. And a new quarterback as well for the Bravest as Flowers makes the catch on the pass from Heedles.
A lot of jazz to that play. Not a lot of yardage. That's Tommy Heedles there. He hasn't taken a snap for the Bravest since 2021 on this field against corrections. So a little wildcat action there.
Yeah, we'll take another look. Good job spinning out of it. And a nice catch by Flowers moving forward.
Very nice catch. And Heedles looks like he's taking a snap again. Almost reminded me of last year's Bravest versus the Finest game. Heedles takes a snap and spins out of there when the field goal and winds up throwing the 2-point conversion for the win. Dramatic.
I think the Bravest no strangers to any close games. Obviously last week too. You mentioned that one just there as Heedles moves forward again. And so set up 3rd and long in correction territory.
Yeah, tight one last week with Tri-State. In overtime, they win it. And then Roanoke, they don't have much of a kicking game, so they go for 2 usually after their touchdowns, and they wind up not making it. And the Bravest win that game with another tight victory. Wildcat action for Heedles as he takes it up the field for a couple yards. Now we're at 3rd down. Conklin comes back in.
QB1 back out, tasked with moving the chains for the Bravest. Pressure comes. Conklin slings it off the hands of Eric Ortega. That had 1st down written all over it.
Sure did.
You see the slippery conditions again.
Yeah, nice pass play, nice drawn up route on 3rd down. Eric just couldn't come up with it. Sure-handed Eric Ortega. He's not pleased with himself there.
So Conklin stays out on the field. Kind of caught between a rock and a hard place. Because the odds of Cole punting it into the end zone are great, but it's too far for a field goal.
Yeah, they're just going to go for it here, which they've done already this game a couple times.
Conklin floats it down the field. Incomplete. Ortega, the intended receiver. And a flag out afterwards.
Yeah, it looked like a late flag. I don't know what you think. There's 3 corrections and 1 FD guy, so looks like it might be a piss interference.
Yeah, Ortega a little shaken up too, holding that right arm. As we take another look, what do you see here, Kenny?
Straight down the seam with Ortega's. Good read. Great throw. Right in between 3 defenders. Ortega couldn't come down with it, but might be because of that pass interference. We'll see.
Clarence Curley in the coverage. And so a PI called against Corrections as the Bravest take over.
4th and what is that, 5 or 6? And they're opening it up. I like it. Mark Poppy with the offensive coordinating duties today. He's in the room next door.
First and 10 from the 22. 3 receivers on the high side. Sumter up the middle. And denied. Steven Adams, the nose guard and the best interior defensive lineman, makes the stop on first down.
Looks like they're going right back to the line, too. Almost seems like Corrections was a cover 0, though. I didn't see much of a safety there, so they better watch out for Flowers on a post there. Hopefully they're not listening.
So timeout taken by the Boldest, and with that, we'd like to thank one of our sponsors as well, New York Firefighters Heart Foundation. The New York Firefighters Heart and Lung Institute is a medical center designed by firefighters for firefighters. They've been working with the FDNY's Bravest for over 14 years. New York Firefighters Heart and Lung Institute provides medical care specializing in, but not limited to, cardiac and pulmonary testing, as well as cancer screenings, and provides educational seminars focused on firefighter safety. For more information, visit fdnyheart.com to schedule an appointment.
Yeah, go get yourself checked out, guys, on a personal level. Heart and lung helps us out. Check you out, give you the A-OK. You're all healthy.
100%. As this young fan just enjoys playing in the rain.
Yeah. He's enjoying it all right. What rain, right? He's
those goulashes.
Yeah. Cool little rain jacket on the little fella, too.
Jealous. So for those of you watching, they're keeping time down on the field. As the Bravest lead at 3-0 in what we could assume is late third quarter. And some motion at the line. And a false start pushes the Bravest back 5. It's a tough penalty to take after a timeout.
Yeah, really. You had all the time. You had to play. And then a big penalty. Good for Corrections there. Bad for FDNY.
So 2nd and 14.
Braves should probably cut it in half here, but let's see what Poppy has dialed up.
Rolling out, Conklin, near side.
Ooh.
And a nice catch on the other side, but did Aviles stay in bounds? That's Adrian Aviles. And they'll say he did. What a play, and we'll take another look.
This is a great view coming at you here for this beautiful instant replay. Little bobble. Oh, man, way to hold on, Aviles. Nice play. Stops the clock. Manageable 3rd down here for the Bravest.
Got some good blocking on the right side, too, by Jared Howe and Khalil Lewis. Allowed Conklin a few extra seconds. Conklin fires. It's Flowers. Sees a swarm of defenders and gets taken down. 3rd catch of the afternoon for Flowers.
A little under route there for Flowers. Looks like he comes up short, but good 6 yards. I think on a drier, sunnier day, Flowers might try and take that to the corner with his speed. But in this weather, tackled.
Well, and that'll bring out Francis Cole. Knocked through a 16-yard field goal his last time up. As Dollison, who is a primary defender, he's the long snapper. Heedle's the holder. 3-0 lead for the Bravest as Cole gets set to boot it away on the 23-yard field goal. And Cole booms it through. 6-0 Bravest, and Cole cool, calm, and collected on a Saturday evening.
Yeah, beautiful kick, by Cole there. Great snap, great hold. And that instant replay coming at you right into your living room. Good job, Cole. A St. Francis product. Probably rooting him on today.
Well, and you could just see the difference of having a field goal kicker, and you don't have to go into the end zone. You can put points on the board, and if they continue to play the way that play defense the way that they've been playing, it'll be a long day for Corrections.
Sure will. Corrections putting the ball in the dirt a lot here. Some penalties. They're just not helping themselves. Let's see if they can put one together and get on the scoreboard here. Almost looks like Cole's lining up on the more of the right hash here, as opposed to the left prior, I believe.
Well, he just wants to try everything.
Yeah, well, he might as well. I was down in Roanoke with the boys, and I was talking to Cole the first time I met him. He also told me he played linebacker, and he might go out for linebacker next year. So I don't know. If he keeps kicking like that, the coaches might not let him.
Yeah, it's certainly a prized possession in your back pocket is the boot of Cole. Two for two today is Cole. Had a touchback on the punt. And now gets ready to kick off with his team up by a pair of field goals in the second quarter. Lower kick, Palmer. Lets it go into the end zone. And a touchback.
Palmer, the quarterback, back there again. Guy likes the ball in his hands, and I don't blame the coach staff to put him there.
No, and it's been a little bit of a slug for Palmer and the offense of Corrections. But either way, one touchdown can change that. Corrections trailing 6-0 in the second.
It starts with the snap here. Let's see if we can get a good snap for Palmer and see what he can do. Bravest in a cover too.
Palmer flushed out of the pocket. Rolling far side on the run. Pass complete. Nice catch up front. And down low from Jamal Urey.
Yeah, Palmer plugged that right into his chest there.
Let's take another look. Good job by Palmer to escape the rush.
Yeah. Big Denzel Wilson, Song. Fires one in there for the strike. Good catch. Way to come back for that ball. That's receiving 101 there.
And the officials conferring. Now, of course, they don't have replay. And they'll overturn it. Not sure what they saw.
Wow. I think that's a bad call, John. I mean, I'm a Bravest fan, but that was a complete pass.
No, it's a big swing, too, against Correction.
Yeah, that was the longest play from scrimmage from them. Negated.
2nd and 10. And here's Palmer. Fires it near side, incomplete. Out of the reach of his intended receiver, Chris Lyons.
Yeah, a little corner out there. Just threw it a little too much on it, a little too much air, out of bounds. But maybe Corrections is seeing the light here. Maybe they're going to start opening it up. Maybe they saw something they like, but 2 incompletions here. We'll see what they got here on third down.
Yeah, and certainly haven't utilized Chris Lyons, who they call CMC, which is short for Christian McCaffrey. Very versatile, has good speed, and perhaps now with Palmer slinging a few, he's starting to warm up and get accustomed to the soggy conditions. Fires it near side. It's hauled in by Minot. As Minot picks up 6.
Yeah, that's an easy football route right there. Turn around at the sticks. Might be a yard short, but just a little pitch and catch there for Corrections.
So now officially 4th and 5. And his Corrections will go for it. Flag is out. A heave down the field. Incomplete. Travis Briggins, the intended receiver.
Looks like Bravest might have jumped off. That's why he threw it deep. Free play there. Almost hauled in there by the Corrections receiver.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, a free play. So encroachment called against the Bravest, and that'll move up Corrections. And it should set them up with a new fresh set of downs.
Bravest got away with one there. Not the offsides, but that long pass on the right sideline. Almost hauled in. He had his man beat.
First and 10 from the 35. Palmer back in the gun. And hands it off up the middle. And a short gain by Deshaun Dusap. Second-year player and a running back that changes the pace of play. And you can see it with the other thumpers on the team, but Dusap, a more traditional running back, and relies on his speed.
Yeah, he's got some quick feet out there. Human joystick. What is that, the C button on the PlayStation?
Slung near side, Lyons. Makes the catch.
Nice little turnaround, nice little catch. Big hit by Rich Richards. Corrections feeling it now. They're starting to move the ball a little.
So 3rd and short. As Corrections trying to find their way into the end zone and tie this one up before the half. Palmer gets out of it. On the run, fires off the hands of Lyons. Incomplete.
Man, from jumping off sides, I thought, to dropping the ball. Had the open man. Incomplete. Yeah, Palmer evading these men. He's good back there.
Newraw McCormack, the 5-year veteran, with the block.
Just a little behind him on that throw. And incomplete pass.
So we have another down player, and with that, we'll take a break as well. Second quarter, FDNY and NYCD on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
college coaches, it's time to consider Varsity Media to broadcast your games. High school recruits are on Varsity Media with a subscriber base over 50,000 strong. Varsity Media's viewers are your target demographic. What better way to promote your program than by broadcasting your games on the Varsity Media Sports Network? Get an edge up on your competition by showcasing your team in front of Long Island and New York high school players. Our coverage includes announcers, multiple camera angles, instant replay, in-game graphics, in-depth coverage, and so much more. Best of all, viewers watch free, no paywall, and that means more views of your games. Don't delay. Varsity Media is booking for the 2024 season right now. Contact us today by phone at 516-403-2050 or by email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back here in the second quarter, FDNY and New York Corrections Department. And a low-scoring, soggy affair here at Aviator Sports Complex. As we see the punting unit out. Schweitzer on 4th and short. Back out again. And might have been deflected. Short punt, squibs over to the near side. And the Bravest take over at the 42-yard line.
Another not so good punt there by Corrections. John Moody came off not pleased because he was back there waiting to return a kick. He doesn't get that opportunity often, so he was looking forward to it, but it didn't happen. Oh well, next time.
So the Bravest take over with the lead. Later stages of the second quarter. And Conklin set to go out of the gun. Throws over the middle, off the hands of Marco Babby.
Marco Babby should have had that one. Little 6-yard curl route. And this weather is
just been relentless all day.
All day. Look, they're throwing them the towel. Wipe the hands off, Marco. Let's go.
Yeah.
Marco Babby, first year on the team, I believe it was like 2011 or 12, and then he took a long hiatus away from the team and came back a year or two ago.
Yeah, someone who could find the open slots, and he did so there. He just didn't make the catch. Conklin steps up over the middle, incomplete. Adrian Aviles, who made a nice catch last time out, incomplete after the deflection at the line.
Yeah, the ref giving the tip symbol. So that negates any pass interference that might have taken place. Free game. Receiver's a free game if the D lineman or anybody on the defense gets a hand on the ball.
They're down in 10. And a whistle beforehand and a false start. Pushes the Bravest back 5.
Look like a Vila's there. I'm not sure, though. That's not a good one there.
5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
So now 3rd and 15.
That's a big chunk to get here. Looks like they're staying in an even formation. 2 receivers on the left and right. A single running back in the backfield with Conklin, the quarterback.
Well, and just should be noted that Correction was awarded possession on the coin flip, and Bravest will get it back to start the 3rd. Conklin slings it down the field, and it's intercepted. A sitting duck picked off by Clarence Curley. And the Boldest take over.
Almost looked like a punt. DB was just sitting back there for corrections, right into his lap. I tell you what, Conklin had a world of time back there. He was just bouncing, looking for a receiver, and just seemed to overthrow the man. No one around Conklin. Could have held that for another 5 seconds. Nice catch by corrections there. Turnover on downs. See, corrections, a little time remaining, but they seemed they could put something together. They had a little something going last drive, so.
And so now late in the second quarter, perhaps one more possession for the Boldest. Palmer back out. Three receivers on the near side. Play action. Palmer rolling. Shakes and just fires it out of bounds. Nice catch down low.
Yeah.
Out of bounds by the big burly Danielle Oliver.
One-hander on the sidelines. Put him in, coach. Corrections quarterback shaking and baking him back there. Just making a good decision. Throwing it out of bounds. Live to fight another day. With the likes of 26 in the defensive back for the Bravest. He has 4 interceptions on the year. So he's a ball magnet. Khalib Forbes. Rookie.
2nd and 10. They run the play action again. Palmer on the run, slings it down the field. It's caught. Way up the field and a flag.
Wide open there.
That's Kaz Minot. Makes the catch, some flags as well, and a ton of whistles.
Palmer using his feet again. Get out of the pocket there. Finds a wide open receiver. Good play for corrections with the laundry.
Face mask. Called against the Bravest.
That's going to be tacked on, huh, John?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Corrections threatening here.
Yeah, their first real opportunity deep in Bravest territory. Looks like the nose of the pigskin is on the 10-yard line. So if that's the case, it should be 1st and goal. So 1st and 11, which means they could get another set of downs. Here's Palmer. Takes it himself. Still charging and denied.
The 2 captains there on the tackle. Wilson and Richards. Great play, boys.
Well, Richie Richards, of course, we mentioned earlier, the veteran captain on this team, former Stony Brook Seawolf.
What is a Seawolf, John?
I don't know, and I've always wondered.
I don't know either. I have to look that up.
I like the creativity, though, because how many schools are called the Wildcats or...
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, whatever.
A good point.
Palmer fakes the handoff and fires it wide in the direction of CMC Chris Lyons.
Looking for CMC a little bit more now. The last 2 drives. Coverage, Khalib Forbes.
In on the coverage, number 44, Zerbo. That'll bring up
So 3rd and goal.
down.
Boldest threatening. Palmer back to pass. Fires end zone. Touchdown. And Corrections have tied it up. That was Kaz Minot, made the big play down the field and hauls in the touchdown, and we're tied at 6.
Great route, great throw. Right in between two Bravest defenders here. Just a little post route right behind the safety. Great play by Corrections. Get a chance to go up in this game close to the end of the half. They're going for 2.
Minot still playing in his 40s, gets up every day and does hot yoga to keep himself limber and using the versatility to haul in first touchdown of the day. And a timeout taken by the Boldest.
But not always a factor for Corrections. Tall receiver, strong, fast. He's got all the attributes you want. And it showed there with that touchdown pass. Touchdown catch. Pass from Palmer.
Well, if you're enjoying this coverage and are new to the Varsity Media Sports Network, be sure to subscribe on youtube.com/Varsity Media. We just eclipsed 26,000 subscriber mark. And then on social media channels such as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Varsity Media right now.
Corrections called the timeout there, drew the play up. See what they come out with. Try and get up by 2 here.
Well, it looks like the field goal unit comes out. Dexter McCray to kick the point after. So put the Boldest in front.
Cancel what I said.
Snap down, kick is up, it's blocked. As the Bravest pounce on it. And a good block down low by the FDNY to keep it tied at 6.
Yeah, maybe not the best decision for Corrections. Called the timeout there. Regrouped, went for the extra point, blocked. Tied game here late in the second quarter.
So just like that, it's a brand new ball game. Tied at 6. And perhaps just only a handful of seconds left for the Bravest to try and take a lead going into the locker room. Once again, they're keeping time on the field.
Number 26 there, Khalif Forbes. He was a little mad at Zerbo there. Zerbo being the linebacker type. He tried to jump on that ball. I saw Forbes behind him. He wanted to scoop and score. He was looking to run with that thing. But nonetheless, they blocked the field goal anyway.
So they say 54 seconds left in the first half.
All right. Oh. Robert Wheeler, rookie out of the Rat House, back there returning kicks, along with Marco Babby. Wheeler's a Maritime product. Played college football out there. And a St. Peter's Eagles, Staten Island young fella. Real good athlete. He could play almost any position. Played quarterback for a stint, DB, receiver.
I'm assuming he played for De Cristoforo, who has been out there for a while. And
yeah, Mark's a very good coach. Been around a long time.
I feel like he's the Staten Island Farrell guy, now at St. Peter's.
Yep.
I feel like he's the Staten Island historian when it comes to high school football out there.
Yeah, Mark's been around. He knows the game. Mark was a couple years ahead of me at Farrell. He was a good DB himself back in the day.
All right, so about 50 seconds to go in the first half. And, Kenny, what do you want to see out of the Bravest as they try and take the lead going into the locker room at halftime?
As a former Bravest receiver, I say open it up. What's the harm here? Throw it deep. Get Flowers one-on-one, which it looks like we might have there on the left sideline. We got a timeouts. I think how many Bravest got all 3 timeouts, so let's try and make something happen here. Don't sit on it. Whatever we do, don't sit on it.
Well, and the FDNY will also have the ball back to start the second half. Conklin spins it near side. It's caught. And a big pickup by Tommy Heedles.
Tommy Heedles a little bit out of catching the ball, throwing the ball, running the ball. Now guess where, John? Staten Island.
Yep.
Nice little out route there. Saves the timeout. Get something cooking here for the Bravest.
Under 30 seconds remain in the first half.
Final half a minute to play in the first half. Conklin on first down. Flips it near side. Flag is down. And the pass is caught by Robert Wheeler.
Nice little route by Wheeler. Shifty on the sideline. Catches it, completes it, gets out of bounds, saves the timeout again. These Braves receivers are very heady right now.
So penalty against the defense declined by FDNY, and it'll be another 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Seems the Bravest receivers are all non-gloved today because of all this rain out there. You're better off without them.
Well, the Braves would just love to get into field goal range. All 6 of their points coming by Francis Cole. Conklin near side, another catch, and a flag afterwards as well, but back-to-back catches by Robert Wheeler.
Wheeler starting to heat up here late in the second. Nice route. Looks like identical route, actually. I don't know the penalty, but complete pass out of bounds. Good catch there, kid.
An offensive pass interference will push back the Bravest.
You don't see that often, but all for none. He must have pushed him up high.
Yeah.
They teach the receivers, you're going to push anywhere, push below the waist. You'll get away with those. You can't go above.
10-yard penalty and the loss of down.
It'll be 1st and 20 from the 40-yard line.
Still first down.
Conklin out of the gun, has Heedles on the near side in the slot, along with Wheeler. Pocket collapses. Conklin keeps it himself, bulldozes forward. Ball comes out, and Corrections take over. Conklin opted not to slide, lost the football, and the Boldest.
That was stolen. Ripped right out of the hands of Conklin. Got to tuck that away, young fella.
Just kept rolling and rolling, and
I'll take that, says Corrections.
yeah, that was Justin Pierre-Louis, the safety, coming in and getting the strip.
Looks like he's laughing to himself, too. Stop holding it like a loaf of bread, he told Conklin.
Yeah.
First and 10, Boldest from their own 30-yard line.
So you'd have to imagine only 1 or 2 more plays for Boldest.
Well, we know Palmer has the arm, so he can reach the end zone if they get a couple more yards here.
Yeah, showed it off. Looks like a punt formation, but perhaps one more knee, and we'll go to halftime as Palmer takes the knee, and that does it for the first half. A couple of field goals and a touchdown, and after 30 minutes of play, it's a 6-6 game here between NYCD Boldest and the FDNY Bravest on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
College coaches, it's time to consider Varsity Media to broadcast your games. High school recruits are on Varsity Media with a subscriber base over 50,000 strong. Varsity Media's viewers are your target demographic. What better way to promote your program than by broadcasting your games on the Varsity Media Sports Network? Get an edge up on your competition by showcasing your team in front of Long Island and New York high school players. Our coverage includes announcers, multiple camera angles, instant replay, in-game graphics, in-depth coverage, and so much more. Best of all, viewers watch free, no paywall, and that means more views of your games. Don't delay. Varsity Media is booking for the 2024 season right now. Contact us today by phone at 516-403-2050 or by email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsburgh, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
And welcome back, everybody. We are here live. Brooklyn, New York, Aviator Field, the NPSFL Game of the Week, 6-6 at the half. It's the Fire Department of New York City once again taking on the New York City Corrections Department. And it's been a sloppy game out there. Tons of rain. We are at the half. And joining me now, guys, let me first introduce myself and thank this incredible streaming company for the great job they're doing. Guys, give me your names again. Is it Highland Media? What's the name of that? Varsity Media. We want to thank Varsity Media for doing a great job today and letting me sneak in here. My name is John Heffernan. I'm one of the voices of First Responders Network. We work in conjunction with the National Public Safety Football League, and we're looking forward to a big game in a couple of weeks that we'll be covering nationally, the Fun City Bowl. We will get to that in just a second. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for the former president of the Fire Department of New York football team, Mr. Troy Roberts, and, of course, the president of the Alumni Association, currently Mike Highland. Gentlemen, great job. We want to thank you so much for being here on this rainy Saturday here in Brooklyn, New York.
Nice
Troy,
to get in a warm booth.
That's right. Troy, let me start with you. So, we go way back, and we've got lots of things going on. Tell us a little bit about the current iteration of Troy Roberts. What's going on with you, and how are things?
Well, things are busy. Busy at work, but I'm enjoying my retirement from football. I still help out here and there, but I don't have the day-to-day responsibilities, so all's good for me.
Okay, well, your partner in crime here, Mike Highland. Mike, tell us a little bit about, the weather clearly puts a damper on some of the alumni festivities and the alumni crowd that you want at every game. But regardless of that, tell us a little bit about the responsibilities with your job and how things are going with the Fire Department of New York City.
Well, good. We're in our 50th season. The Fun City Bowl will be coming up. Unfortunately, with the pandemic a couple of years ago, we lost the game in between. So last year should have been our 50th anniversary and 50th game. So we're having a big luncheon next Wednesday, and we're going to celebrate 50 years of Fun City Bowls, and we've got about 125 guys ready to come down.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up. June 3rd, we are at Mitchell Field out on Long Island for the 50th annual Fun City Bowl, which some consider, the real national championship game. I don't want to go too far on that, but some key action this weekend. The police department taking on Chicago in Nashville, Tennessee, as we speak. Big implications depending on the outcome of that one. Big implications if we stay tied here in the second half here in Brooklyn, New York. It could go either way. Those two teams will be playing on June 3rd, but it will affect the national championship game. I only bring this up, Troy. Tell us about the health of the National Public Safety Football League, and has it grown in your opinion, and just the overall health of the league? Speak to a little bit to that.
Well, the league has had its ups and downs. We're in a little bit of a lull now. We've lost a couple teams, but the existing teams are solid. Again, the competition has been fierce. Again, until the weekend of June 3rd, nothing's going to be decided. Not just from the games in New York, but from games in other parts of the country. I mean, I think the front runners are ourselves, the NYPD and the Chicago PD team. But again, a lot of that depends on the outcomes from today. And then, again, especially on June 3rd, we're going to see what transpires around the league for both the national championship game for the league and the Division II championship game.
I gotcha. And, we were down yesterday in Washington, D.C., National Police Week with Tri-State Shields and head coach Jeff Pastore. And they were able to get their first win of the season in a really incredible game. A nail-biter, 14-13. Tri-State comes away with it. As they went off, as they took on a pesky, as they like to say, Roanoke Rampage team, a very hard-hitting Rampage team that gave up 20 points, almost came away with the win against the Fire Department this year. And Steve Orr went on record as saying, we didn't deserve to come out of that one with the win. We didn't deserve to come out of that one with the win.
Played a little sloppy early.
That's right.
They came back and kept them out of for the 2 points. Well, but they didn't have a kicker, so that hurt them.
This is true.
That Roanoke team is a team that won the Division II title last year and stepped up to come up to Division I. But one of the reasons now people have said no kicker. I know that. But they said, we're here to play and we want to win games. I know why they lost our game going on for 2 and we stopped them.
Absolutely.
And that's how they lost the other day, too.
Well, despite you say some of the challenges, Troy, with the league, one thing's for certain. You look at a team, you just mentioned the Roanoke Rampage playing in Division II. And for those of you who out there don't know, there's 8 teams in the NPSFL in Division II. There's 8 teams in Division I. Winning the national championship last year, Roanoke gets bumped up automatically to Division I.
They do.
And you look back to the history of that program, just to speak on behalf of First Responders Network, which you can watch the Fun City Bowl live June 3rd, 6:15, 6:30 kickoff on FRN. Please tune in. But 16 players at one point the Roanoke Rampage had. They were fielding a team with 16 players. They were getting beat up 34-0 by Charlotte. They've stayed the course. They got guys driving in from North Carolina, South Carolina, D.C., Virginia, and they're making it work. They have the deepest team they've had in their entire program's history. And despite some of the challenges, D.C. has disbanded for the year after a long run as the D.C. Generals. But despite all of that, Troy, you got to like some of the football we're seeing, the increased talent level and the turnout and our new partnership with First Responders Network as well.
And indeed. Again, the First Responders Network, program has helped us out a lot. It's bringing a lot of recognition to the league. And again, it's revitalizing teams that and again, teams that hang in typically do come back. Sometimes stronger teams fall off, and that's what we've seen over the years in the league. Again, like I said, I'm still involved with the league board. I'm a founding member of the league board, and we've seen it come and go. We've had as many as 26 teams in the league, and which maybe some people say is too many, too little. Our Division I program, the top teams have, there aren't as many super competitive teams, whereas Division II, there's a lot more competition, but it comes and goes and it varies. And again, it's been exciting at both levels, over the last couple seasons.
So, Mark, Mike, as we gear up to June 3rd, anything else you can tell whoever is watching out there today on the live stream today, or anything we can start posting to social media this week on FRN regarding the Fun City Bowl and its 50th anniversary, just to kind of drum up interest, get the fans involved.
We do an annual tailgate every year, the Fun City Bowl. So we have a couple of big alumni tents, and we have a banner, and the guys come in. We can, we got the game tickets will be there. I think game tickets are $20 this year, Troy. And we'll get a couple hundred people come, and we have fun. And they come to the game to watch. They love the game. This is the 50th game. I'm involved 40 years. My first year was in '83, and I just love it. I haven't missed a game, and my brother was on the '75 team, so I made this will be 41 out of the 50 games.
Before I let you go, and I want to thank Varsity Media again for letting us check in here to their space, and they're doing a great job with the live stream today, based out here on Long Island. Any other charitable stuff maybe our fans can look up online or contribute to, donate to, as we lead into the Fun City Bowl?
Well, we do a lot of stuff. The Bravest Football Club, they donate a lot of stuff. They can donate to that. We're donating the game to the Fire Family Transport Foundation, which helps injured and ill firemen, especially after 9/11. We have about 30 vans. We get these guys to their doctor's appointments. A lot of guys have cancer now. And it's a really great program, and the football team's been involved with it 20 years. So
Troy, I know you've been involved with the Orphans and the Widows and Orphans Fund, and we're very involved with the 20th anniversary of 9/11 game. How do those relationships, how important is it for those relationships to continue to evolve, develop, and grow? And I know there are multiple of them that you are connected with, but just maybe speak on one or two.
Well, again, the Widow and Children's Fund, obviously after 9/11, that is the fund that supports the widows of active firefighters killed in the line of duty. The other fund that we also support is the Thomas R.L. Sasser Scholarship Fund from the UFA, which supports the widows of non-line of duty firefighters. Unfortunately, we lose a lot of firefighters active to non-line of duty accidents, and those widows do not get the same compensation. So, we support both of them, along with the Fire Family Transport Foundation. Those are our three main
Tom
charities.
Alsassa was original 73 member of the club.
That's
And
amazing.
he organized huge softball games, one-pitch tournaments, and took care of guys who we had a guy in the team that got killed skiing, unfortunately. I mean, you have these crazy things, and it's a great thing. And Tommy Alsassa is a good guy. I actually went to high school with his brother. So
that's amazing. And, it's really one of the things that you, as you mentioned, it carrying on the tradition, and also it's really been the front piece for you guys for so many generations, even before 9/11, and it continues today. And a lot of people don't know how many multiple charities there are. And I don't know, as this league continues to grow, talk to the future a little bit about what you see this program doing as we wind up another great season here with 2 more to go after today.
Well, again, the league is all about promoting, bringing more teams in, which our national charity has been the Ronald McDonald House for a while for the league. Again, and they do a lot of, sponsor a lot of kids programs, and they support, sick children all around the country. But again, our goal is to just, solidify the teams that are in our league and help them raise charity. Every team does something charitable for their local communities.
You got it. Hey, Varsity Media, tell me your play-by-play guy's name.
John Perez.
John Perez, it's a pleasure to meet you. I want to thank you for jumping in. Johnny, I'm going to let you, I'm going to thank you for letting me jump onto your headset here. Going to give it back to John Perez, the play-by-play guy. Maybe you talk a little first half with the guys here in the booth and see what their thoughts are. Or all right. John Perez, ladies and gentlemen, play-by-play guy at Varsity Media. I'm John Heffernan for First Responders Network. We will see Mike Highland, Troy Roberts, I hope on June 3rd. At Mitchell Field out on Long Island for the 50th version of the Fun City Bowl. We'll see you guys. Okay. JP, take it away, buddy. Here you go.
Thanks, John.
All right. Great.
Thank you very much, John. And John's still going as it is. And, gentlemen, we'll just ask you with this, too. You saw a sloppy first half, 6-6. But having said that, some adjustments out there. Your thoughts on the first half and what the Bravest need to do to pick up the victory?
Yeah. Well, we like you say, I'd like to see our running game get a little better. We can, we've been able to pass the ball, but unfortunately, we've had a few drop passes and the big interception at the end that hurt. They took advantage and ended up getting a deep pass on us, and they end up tying the game. So.
Yeah, I would say execution is always key, and we've missed a couple of close receptions, and again, they got that big one at the end. Keep them in this game right now, and luckily, our defense always stacks up against adversity, so we've been holding true to that. Again, with the weather conditions, you can't be guaranteed a really offensive game, so hopefully we come up with a game plan to
like to score
move
on that
the ball
1
in the
yard
second
drive
half.
there. That 1 yard, that was tough not scoring right down there. So
I hear
hopefully
you.
we'll get our acts together and keep them going. We always rebound second half. We'll adjust.
We do.
And,
We do.
We'll do well.
All right, so there we go. So that's Mike Hyland, the alumni president, and, of course, former president Troy Roberts. Thank you so much for joining us at halftime. We'll take a break here. Third quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
College coaches, it's time to consider Varsity Media to broadcast your games. High school recruits are on Varsity Media with a subscriber base over 50,000 strong. Varsity Media's viewers are your target demographic. What better way to promote your program than by broadcasting your games on the Varsity Media Sports Network? Get an edge up on your competition by showcasing your team in front of Long Island and New York high school players. Our coverage includes announcers, multiple camera angles, instant replay, in-game graphics, in-depth coverage, and so much more. Best of all, viewers watch free, no paywall, and that means more views of your games. Don't delay. Varsity Media is booking for the 2024 season right now. Contact us today by phone at 516-403-2050 or by email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back here on the Varsity Media Sports Network, it is the Boldest against the Bravest, and the Bravest will have the opening kickoff of the second half. Alongside Kenny DeForest, I'm John Perez, and Kenny, it was a good first half if you love defense and, quite frankly, penalties, and that's really what plagued both of these teams as we get set to go for the second half.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of penalties out there. The ball hit the dirt a lot with this weather. We had a tie game. Not the most entertaining, but teams are back out. We'll get it done here. Ortega and Wheeler deep. I'm sorry, Marco Babby. Apologize.
And Schweitzer to kick it away. And a healthy kick. Played on the near side and then pops out of the breadbasket of Wheeler, scoops it up, and then picks up a few yards and ends up shy of the 35.
Young Wheeler's got to catch that first try. Those are the easy ones. The punts are the hard ones.
Well, we saw some hands of Wheeler late in the first half. Made a few nice catches, dragging towards the sideline, and another tool for this Bravest team that's looking to pick up its 4th win of the year.
Yeah, Wheeler's definitely an asset. A little tidbit, he's got an older cousin on the team, Danny Woodford. And I actually worked with his father as well, who was a lieutenant on the fire department. So there's some tradition in the family there.
John Conklin out. First possession of the second half, and that first handoff goes to Kadeem Jonas, the thumper. Someone who's not afraid of contact and picks up a few. And should be 2nd and 6.
Yeah, nice hard run out of the halftime there for a couple yards for Kadeem. Get his wheels turning. He's a game changer himself.
So they push him back a few. It's 2nd and 8. Conklin with a couple of receivers near side and another handoff. As that was Jonas, back-to-back gives. And he gets sniffed out by that D-line for corrections.
Yeah, number 17, Schweitzer, he shot in there like a bullet.
Schweitzer's been doing a little bit of everything today, handling the kicks as well as playing defensively. Made a nice catch in the first half. And
yeah, it seems like a couple of these correction guys are on both sides of the field and in specials, so.
John Conklin barks out the orders. 3rd and long upcoming. Should be a free play, no flag. Conklin lets it go, almost intercepted, but just knocked away by Justin Pierre-Louis.
Conklin got lucky there. That was a drop by that DB.
And a late flag comes in. And illegal hands to the face against the defense.
Oh, Bravest lucked out on that one. From an almost interception to a 15 additional yards, I think.
And so an automatic first down. As they'll move them up and move the chains as well.
Speaking of the Wheeler family tree, there's a couple different family trees out here. The Martins are coaching with Tony, and his son is playing DB, number 24. Michael is a second-year player, excuse me. Former coach Rosati and his son used to be both on the team.
I feel like as the years go on and on, there'll just be more and more generations as pass completed over the middle. And good hands by Tommy Herrick.
There's Tommy, old reliable. Senior guy on the team doing what senior guys do. Moving the chains possibly there. First down, Tommy Herrick. Great little throw, great little find. Catch it, secure it. Get the first down.
And it's the Bravest set up shop on the 41-yard line. Trips receivers up on the far side. High snap, Conklin corrals. A lot of time. Spins it. And there's the catch by Wheeler. Just talking about him before, he heard his name and makes the catch there, Kenny.
That's it, tight bunch on the right. Wheeler just finding the open area there for the nice gain.
One thing of note, too, it's not raining anymore. Not to say that that won't be the case later on in the game, but I'm sure for both of these teams, they want to take advantage of that right away.
Yeah, without a doubt. Sun almost looks like he wants to peek out. And the Bravest just going no huddle here, looking to the sidelines, getting the plays in. Hot and heavy. Bravest coming down, looking to score here, take the lead.
Jermaine Wilson had the last carry. It was on second down, Conklin. Hands it off up the gut. And another positive yardage for Tremaine Wilson.
Tough yards there. He got hit up 3 times until he was taken down.
Third and short. Well, we're in Francis Cole territory, but FDNY thinking end zone and thinking first down as well. Should have enough.
Conklin sure thinks it's a first down. He's pointing that way.
Far side official, the linesman, saying that it was and just wants confirmation, but this should be a first down.
And that was Conklin's play call. They had a play at the line. He saw the defense, balked the cadence out, gave the play to the receivers and running back. First down, Bravest.
Conklin, 3 receivers near side. Throws the fade route towards the end zone, intercepted. He lifted up there, and Stephen Murphy takes it away for the INT.
What a great play by Stephen Murphy. Coming underneath that ball at the safety position, interception. That's a beautiful play.
Yeah, let's take another look again. Pressure coming from Schweitzer. And Murphy cuts across.
Cuts across, that's it. Maybe could have put it out there a little more for Flowers. He's got the speed and the height to get it, but nonetheless, another turnover here in this game. We need to count on the turn. How many turnovers is that now?
Yeah, it's been at least 5 turnovers between the fumbles, an interception, and
all linemen don't look happy. They like when you run the ball. They like that smash mouth.
yeah.
And then an interception to end it. Not a good drive. Not a good way to end the drive.
Especially after getting beneficial yards on back-to-back runs. On first down, Dusan. Is this a safety?
Oh.
Take another look. The linesmen come in, and they say it's a safety. So how about that? The FDNY end up getting some points back, regardless, after the INT, and take an 8-6 lead. And as you see again, Kenny, nowhere to go for Dusop.
Nowhere to go. I think that was Jonathan Carberry right off the edge, man, with a big hit. Man, cheers those O-linemen up, because now they're going to go back out there, get another shot. Great defensive stand with the safety. Give that man the turnover tool, which is a gold necklace with the Bravest insignia at the end. A little bling bling there for number 43.
So an 8-6 lead for the FDNY, and the third quarter is presented by Ready Rebound. When first responders get injured, they call Ready Rebound. We deliver expedited, high-quality healthcare advocacy, person-to-person, heart-to-heart, 24/7, 365. We promise to always answer the call the moment our heroes need us. For more information, visit ReadyRebound.com. He's Kenny DeForest. I'm John Perez, and an 8-6 lead for the Bravest, as they'll get the ball back. And Palmer comes out to boot it away.
Conklin's got to have a little confidence in that drive. It didn't end how he wanted, but some good things out of that. A lot of open receivers, some good yardage on the ground with the running game, so he knows what he did. He'll fix it. But I'm sure his corrections buddies are letting him hear it out there.
Yeah. Remember, he and John Cunningham, 2 former corrections.
We haven't mentioned John Cunningham's name much today, but another stellar player. He had that big catch in the Fun City Bowl last year to win the game for us. And he's another great player out there on that D-line from the corrections, as you mentioned.
Well, we heard it from John Heffernan. at halftime. The Fun City Bowl coming up on June 3rd. Of course, some other events, too. FDNY Alumni Luncheon, May 24th. That's this week. And they honor the memory of Phil Tofano as well.
Phil Tofano, great man. Never had the pleasure of playing with Phil, but he was always around the team, and he will sadly be missed.
So now Corrections is getting an explanation on why they're not allowed to use a tee. And on a safety, it's supposed to be like a pooch punt.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but there's a tee out there, so I'm not up on my rules for the college level. I should have read up a little bit better, but
I just think it's me, and I don't want to knock officials. It's just sometimes it's just common sense. Let him kick it away and see what happens.
yeah.
Especially so early on in the third quarter where, not to say that a score won't make a difference, but there's still plenty of time for Corrections to, kind of steer the course in their way and get the ball back and make some defensive plays. But that's just me.
Yeah, agreed. I agree. And the way they're punting, I'd want to kick it off the tee, too.
Right. Yeah, there you go. So a better kick gets across the midfield. There's Tremaine Wilson. And Wilson goes out of bounds.
Tremaine Wilson went a nice little run. Got aggressive. Somebody's got to go get that ball, though. The Bravest had an issue last week on the opening kickoff at Tri-State. They gave him a little pooch kick, opening kickoff, and nobody went to get it. And Tri-State recovered it. Wind up scoring on that drive. Stevie Orr wasn't happy with that. The special teams coach. The president, longtime player. He's been around forever. And he's pacing the sideline still. He's probably still mad at somebody. Talking to Coach Cam.
So Conklin back out there. Was moving the chains last series, but ultimately threw the interception. Still on the run. And runs forward to pick up a pair.
Plenty of time back there. Coverage for Corrections. Excellent. Because Conklin had plenty of time to find an open receiver and just couldn't do it. He had to take it himself.
Well, that's a big O-line, too. You've got John Seda, Jared Howe, Tim Caffrey, Khalid Lewis. Really giving Conklin all sorts of time.
Yeah, some big boys up there, anchored by Timmy Caffrey. I believe it's 8th year on the team.
Used to play at CW Post.
Yeah, he's a bruiser. He's a hell of a player.
Right there, wearing number 66 in red and white, as Kadeem Jonas continues to move forward for the Bravest.
Looks like a throwing down here on 3rd down and about 7 or 8. See what Mark Poppy pulls up in the playbook here. We got Flowers and Aviles on this sideline with Babby and Tommy Herrick on the opposite.
And Wilson in the backfield. Conklin looks to pass. Slings it over the middle, and it's caught. Big time catch by Aviles for some positive yardage. Move the chains. The Bravest have another first down.
Conklin had him in the sights the whole time, staring him down, waiting for just to hit that open spot. Swings it in there for the first down. But Aviles did pay for that. That was a big hit coming downhill by that safety. Woo, almost took his helmet off. Nice tackle.
Stephen Murphy, who had the interception, laying down the lumber.
Yeah, bull hawking out there. Aviles stays on, though. Tough kid.
Almost 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. That's by our time, not what's official on the field. Pass incomplete.
This is going to be a hold on the DB covering Flowers. I just happened to be watching Flowers that whole play, and he was He was mugged out there.
Yeah, Earl Lucas not happy about that.
Well, he knows what he did. He can yell and scream all he wants.
Usually it's the guilty party that is the one that's the loudest.
Isn't it? Isn't it always?
So FDNY moving closer and closer to the red zone.
Keeping their foot on the pedal, keeping the pressure on. Let's clean up the turnovers. We might get a score here by the Bravest. Corrections in that old cover, too.
Flowers on the near side, 3 receivers up top. And they give up the middle. It's Sumter. And he gets inside the 20.
Sumter with a nice little carry. Nicknamed the Bus, and he actually gave himself the nickname, weirdly enough. He just showed up one day with a white T-shirt with the bus written on it, so it stuck.
And a whistle. I think a timeout was called before.
Yeah, FD was trying to go quick there, huh?
So a timeout taken by Corrections, and while we have the timeout, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Tunnel 2 Towers Foundation. Since 9/11, we've been helping America's heroes by providing mortgage-free homes to Gold Star and fallen first responder families with young children, and by building specially adapted smart homes for catastrophically injured veterans and first responders. Tunnels to Towers is also committed to eradicating veteran homelessness and helping America never forget September 11th, 2001. Visit them on the website below, tunnels2towers.org. So an 8-6 lead, 7.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. And it's the Boldest see themselves moving back against a very tough Bravest offense. And Kenny, an offense that has made some second half adjustments and continue to move the chains.
Sure have. Seems like Conklin's getting a little bit of rhythm. O-line's rhythm out. The running back is starting to move the chains, so
same formation, Flowers, 1v1. On the near side, high snap. And Conklin falls on top of it.
Small play there by Conklin. Don't try and get anything fancy. Lay on the ball. Maintain possession. Back to the Tunnel Tower Foundation. What a great foundation.
100%.
They do so much out there. Between the races globally, they build homes. I mean, they're everywhere. It's phenomenal work they do.
I always see the pictures every year of the long races, and it's always funny with a marathon or things like that. I think, you know what, I'm going to try and run, and I just never muster up the courage, but it just goes to show how much people care. As there's Flowers incomplete, in and out of his hands.
Flowers, second drop on the day. Great throw, though. Great throw. That post route, which they had in the first quarter, it's almost same spot, too, but he drops this one, unfortunately.
So they send out Cole for the field goal.
Flowers, who used to play DB. He's a free safety for the Bravest and a starter, and then switched over to receiver. And having a successful year so far.
It'll be a 43-yard field goal for Cole. Heedle's on the hold, and the long snapper is Dollison. Boldest stacking up the front. Flag is out, and that should be either neutral zone or a false start, and I think that the Corrections jumped.
If that's the case, it might give Bravest the first down here.
Well, no, they still have a way to go, but it moves them closer and makes that field goal a little better.
I didn't see the second stick.
So the officials conferring. And a false start. So we'll see if that keeps Cole on the field. I'd have to imagine if he could kick a 43-yarder, he can kick a 48. And Cameron Peak saying that he's got no problem having Cole kick it from 50 yards away. So still within that range.
Yeah, Cole's asking for it. He's giving him the rewind symbol or sign. So he wants it. He thinks he can do it. Coach Cam thinks he can do it, so Stevie Orr, the special teams coordinator, thinks he can do it, so let's see here.
48-yard field goal upcoming by Francis Cole, who knocked in a couple of field goals earlier, one from 16 yards, another from 23. You combine those distances, you don't get what we have here, 48 yards to extend the lead for the Bravest. Good snap, kick is up, end over end, and it's short. And those 5 yards coming to make a difference. And a turnover on downs as the Boldest take over.
Yeah, that looked to turn up about 1 yard short there. Cole seems a little dejected, but...
Well, I'm sure with the confidence that Cole has, he feels that he could kick him from anywhere, and just came up short on that, gets a few pats on the back, and...
He'll be back out there again. He'll have another shot at it. But the defense is out there right now, so let's see what they can do.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line.
Corrections with trips formation, far side.
Well, we saw a lot of Palmer to Kazmanat. Made some big catches on the other end of the field in the first half, and see if we go that way again.
Yeah, Kazmanat's lined up in that trips right now.
Not wearing number 9 in black and orange, as it's a discussion over whether or where the ball should be spotted after the missed field goal. It was snapped at the 31. So the ruling is because it didn't get over the crossbar, or, you know, if it had the distance, it's a touchback. That's what the explanation that's being given now, so.
Really?
First time I heard of that. Usually you just pick it up where the kick was.
Yeah, I've never heard of this rule. Could be new for the 23 season, but sure doesn't benefit Corrections.
No, not at all.
You got Michael Martin out there on coverage with Phipps and Moody. Donaldson.
Cameron Peak getting an explanation. And there we go. So back out there at the 31-yard line. That's where it should have been all along. Boldest take over, down 2, midway through the third. So Palmer on first down, back to pass. Flips it far side, incomplete. Nobody home. The intended receiver was Kazmanat.
Nobody home is right. Threw it straight out of bounds. No Corrections receivers anywhere in the area. And no Bravest DB's tall enough to pick it off.
Palmer escapes some pressure, moving east and west, but still picks up a few. Basically went 15 yards to pick up a pair.
Martin with a nice tackle there. Helped out by Hart.
Martin played his college football at Buffalo. Father was the former offensive lineman coach, offensive coordinator as well.
Yeah, he's used to the cold, miserable weather being up in Buffalo.
Palmer shakes and bakes, moves forward, has a first down. And he gets and steps out of bounds. But not after a big pickup of 12. Gives his team a new set of downs.
Yeah, getting out of pocket again is Palmer. Getting that first down. And he thought he should have broke it. He kept running for a couple extra yards even after he stepped out of bounds.
Thought it was odd that they kept the clock going even though he was forced out or pushed out. But either way, FDNY with the lead, they'll take it.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe the officials are having an off day too.
Ball on the 44. Palmer into the screen. Michael John incomplete.
Kind of settled his feet there with that pass. Nowhere near the target. I believe they're saying that was a lateral, not a pass. So they're going to spot it where it went out of bounds.
Well, yeah, it looked like it was behind the intended receiver of John. Now the official's talking about it again. As they'll take a timeout to discuss it. But while we have this brief pause, of course, the league would like to give special thanks to Rockstar Show Services, the First Responders Network, all fraternal organizations of the FDNY, NYCD, Coach Com, SAFR Sports, the Uniformed Firefighters Association, and the Uniformed Firefighters Officers Association. As this pushes back Corrections, and it'll be 2nd and 15.
Not Palmer's best pass, but we got 3rd and 15 here. The referee's going to stop play again.
Yeah, so 2nd down, and it's just been a difficult day all around.
Palmer's shouting out some audibles, perhaps, as Rich Richards shows a blitz.
Against that blitz, Palmer. They'll say incomplete. A flag is down.
Phipps, closing on that ball fast. He was trying to get that pick off the ground.
Let's take another look. Couldn't really tell from that angle if he made the catch, but either way, he's signifying that he did. But if this goes against Corrections anyway, so it is a catch. And offensive pass interference. So either way, that catch is for naught.
Yeah, a little pause. Oh, this receiver's going after the ref. They better calm him down, and they're going to get another 15 tacked onto it. Get some choice words for the ref. We can hear from all the way up here. 50, 60 yards away.
Yeah, you can just start to hear the frustrations.
It's a fight you're not going to win.
No, not at all. And now it's just a matter of where to mark it. And this will push back corrections even more.
This is a third and a long way. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to use my fingers to count that high.
Should be 3rd and 32. Check that second.
Oh, the marker man had third,
Yeah.
so I was with you.
So 2nd and 32. Palmer has to pass. Gets it over the middle. A nice catch there by Chris Lyons. Eats up a huge chunk.
Man, I got a lion's share of that right back. That's Lyons, who was a little PO'd at the ref, but gained his composure with a nice catch. A little shout out to the Marine boys watching today, some former players, FDNY with the, I know they're listening and watching. Protecting the seas out there.
Tough day out in the water today.
You ain't kidding.
Palmer on 3rd down. Still on his feet, jukes ahead, gets across midfield, and not enough. Taken down out of bounds, and that should be a 1st down for Boldest on the late hit.
Not a smart play there. He's out of bounds. Let him go. Been 4th and 7, probably 8. Oh, yeah.
Godfrey Taylor with the infraction.
WWE slam there. Well, Corrections back in it in Bravest territory. Down by 2. Palmer's feet really making D-line tough day for them running after him.
Ball on the 35. Palmer, low snap. Flicks over the middle. It's caught.
Old reliable.
Old reliable right up the seam. That's Ramin Gilliard. Someone who's a state officer making his first catch of the afternoon. Should be around 3 minutes and rolling in this 3rd quarter. As Boldest looks to get in front. Palmer calls his own number. Darts up the middle. And is smothered, but not after a big gain.
That was Palmer all day. No hesitation on that. Grabbed the snap and right up the gut. Corrections threatening here.
As the Bravest take the timeout. And we'll take it with them as well. Late in the 3rd quarter, FDNY with an 8-6 lead over Corrections on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media @Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming, videography, and photography services for all teams and individuals of all ages. In business since 2010, we are the trusted source when it comes to sports media coverage. If you have a big game that needs to be filmed or live streamed, or an athlete in need of action photography, reach out today and save 15% when you mention this ad. Contact us at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Back here late in the third quarter, it's an 8-6 lead for Bravest over Boldest, but Boldest knocking on the door as it's second down and 5 from the 15-yard line. Palmer alone in the backfield, out of the gun, eyeing the end zone, calls his own number, gallops ahead, sidesteps, still on his feet, touchdown! It's a 15-yard TD run for Cameron Palmer. And Corrections takes its first lead of the day. They go up 12-8.
Some fancy feet there by Palmer. Nice move to the inside. Juke that last guy for the touchdown.
Good protection up front. And you can see why he is one of the most athletic players in the league.
Yeah, you got to break down when you want to tackle that man. Corrections with a big score here. Pretty much on the feet of Palmer.
And going for 2, a touchdown at worst would just tie it if Bravest come down the other end. Same formation, Palmer. And a timeout taken by Corrections. Well, with that, just reminding all the viewers out there, the Fun City Bowl taking place on June 3rd, and the FDNY Alumni Luncheon on May 24th. That is this Wednesday. Of course, a reminder to follow on Instagram at Bravest Football, and check out the website, bravestfootball.com, for the official team store to purchase apparel. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Check out the website and more. (12-8) the lead for Corrections. But a timeout burned, and I'm sure as a coaching staff you don't want to burn that timeout, but if it leads to an extra 2 points, it'll certainly be worth it.
That's true. Still early on to be burning those timeouts, but if they convert here, might have been worth it.
Some of those coaches treating those timeouts as gold and don't even want to touch them in the third quarter.
Yeah. Rightfully so. We've all watched those games with 5 minutes left that take 30 minutes because of all the timeouts and stoppages.
Palmer, stuffed, pitches it back, and nowhere to go. Unsuccessful conversion attempt. Travis Briggins couldn't bring it into the end zone, and that does it for Corrections. And we'll take a break as well. 12-8 the lead for Corrections in the third quarter on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Are you a local business looking to advertise? Well, Varsity Media is the perfect place for you. We offer affordable rates both inside our live stream broadcast and through our social media channels. With coverage all over Long Island targeting the 16 to 54 demographic, why not take advantage and advertise today? For pricing and inventory availability, contact us today at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Late in the third quarter, Corrections with a 12-8 lead over the FDNY. Alongside Kenny DeForest, I'm John Perez. And Kenny, what do you want to see out of the Bravest in this upcoming series.
Well, I want to see a good drive like they had on their prior 2 drives. Maybe not a turnover. Bring the ball down, a little mix of the run and the pass. The nice, easy, short passes seem to be really working for them.
2 series ago, the FDNY turned it over, but still ended up with points on the safety. And now Schweitzer to kick it away. Short kick. This is Wheeler. And Wheeler still on his feet. Crossing midfield. And a positive yardage for Wheeler.
Nice return by Wheeler. Catch it on the fly. That's what you need. Your blocks are set up and ready to go. And he gets positive yardage. About a 20-yard return. A little shifty left to right. He stays out there for the receiving core.
Back judge, time check, please.
So they're keeping time down on the field, and at least by our own timer, there should be about a minute and a half left. Maybe less. First down and 10 from midfield. Flowers in motion, pitch to the far side. And a good gain up ahead by Tremaine Wilson. And the pickup of 7.
Yeah, beautiful play there. They ran that end around with Flowers in the first half. They kind of faked that and optioned out to the running back. Positive yardage there. That was a really well-designed play there.
43-yard line.
Tommy Herrick and Wheeler closest to us.
Wheeler's had himself such a good day.
He has. Oh.
The give, Flowers. Trying to use his legs. Flag is down. Flowers is stuffed. And we'll see what the penalty is as well.
Well, they faked it that first play, and then they gave it the second.
So holding called against FDNY. The head referee asking who threw the flag and what was the penalty. So they decline the holding penalty. 3rd down upcoming.
Can't get holding as an offensive lineman. Got to keep those hands inside. My old coach, Donnie Buttermark, used to tell us that all the time.
3rd down and 9 to go.
3rd and 9. Makeable 3rd down with Conklin's arm. We got Flowers singled up down here by us.
On 3rd down, it's Conklin. Good block up ahead. Zips it over the middle. To the house. Touchdown, and the Bravest take the lead. It's Adrian Aviles, the 49-yard TD catch and run.
What a beautiful play there. But, I mean, I'm a receiver at heart. Love the position. But the block by the running back, number 21, Wilson, saved that play. Here it is. Watch 21 come across. Whoop! Sit down, young man. Gives Conklin plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket. Post route to Aviles. That's an easy catch and throw right there, folks. Bravest go up. Beautiful play.
He was so wide open he could have went across the street, got a cup of coffee, and came back.
Sounds good right about now.
Yeah.
Great block by Wilson. Coming across. You like to see that. Running back who wants to get dirty. Here comes our man Cole.
This will put The Bravest up 3. And big for Corrections. They have not found their kicking game all day. And a 15-12 lead for the Bravest. Adrian Aviles to the house, 49 yards. Gives the Bravest the lead. We'll take a break.
Great route, sorry.
Great route at that, and we'll talk about it when we come back on the other side of this break on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Varsity Media offers live sportscasts for any event. Our productions include announcers, multiple camera angles, graphics, instant replay, and so much more.
Hankinson getting it back. Hankinson going in, dropping it back. The shot of the goal! That's it! That's it! Norton! Pittsburgh, the Class A champions!
If you want to enhance your event or make the experience better for your viewers, reach out to Varsity Media today and learn more about our live sportscast. Contact Varsity Media at 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Final seconds of the third quarter, and the Bravest have a 15-12 lead. They're back in front thanks to the 49-yard hookup between John Conklin and Adrian Aviles. Alongside Kenny DeForest, I'm John Perez, and Kenny, as an old wide receiver yourself, it's got to make you happy to see such wide open space and an easy touchdown for Aviles.
That's it. That nice post route, and they waited. They waited a while for that to clear all the way out. Stepped up in the pocket, threw a dime, touchdown Bravest.
Palmer to take it outside of his own end zone. Marching, gets past the 20 and picks up an additional 5 on the 25-yard gain.
Nice run back there. Palmer everywhere today. He's everywhere.
I had the chance to speak to Travis Briggs earlier in the week, and he said, yeah, Palmer's the guy that just wants the ball in the big moments. And we've seen that through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, he sure does. Timmy Dawson on the coverage down here, number 8. He's a little banged up at the beginning of the season, but healed up, and it's good to see him back out there, another leader of this Bravest defense.
Run up the middle. And that was a big pickup by Theo Clark. And that'll run out the clock on the third quarter. We go to the fourth. The Bravest leading 15-12 thanks to the hookup of Conklin to Aviles. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for upcoming schedules and content, and on social media at Varsity Media.
Now is the time to order a college recruiting video with Varsity Media. College recruiting videos can save thousands of dollars on college tuition and help land a spot on the team. Our videos include your best plays set to music with spot shadowing effects to help you stand out from the competition. Contact Varsity Media today and mention this ad to save 15%. Call 516-403-2050 or email jeff@varsitymedia.net.
Beginning of the fourth quarter here, presented by Apex Mobile Wellness. At Apex Mobile Wellness, our goals are to preserve and sustain optimal health for our patients through comprehensive, preventable health and wellness services while combating the rising cost of health care for employer organizations. Our ability to provide annual physicals at the worksite for both convenient and comprehensive. We supplement this clinical health service with the wellness services that help to mitigate chronic illness and or improve lifestyle choices to ensure our patients remain on the path to a healthier lifestyle. Visit them today at apexmobilewellness.com. First play sniffed out, and that'll bring up third and short.
Well, as the fourth quarter starts here and the Braves got a lead, I feel like we should mention the great passing of Jim Brown, a legend, Hall of Fame lacrosse player, Hall of Fame running back in the NFL, a civil rights activist, an actor. The man lived many lives and a fulfilled life, and, rest easy, Jim Brown.
Certainly our condolences out to the Brown family. And, there are famous clips circling around, and I think it was recently he spoke to a professional lacrosse league team, and he was just saying how beautiful he loved that game, and that if there was a pro league back in the day, that he would have played that because it was his first love. And many people, of course, forget, like you mentioned, all the accolades. Grew up on Long Island playing the sport, as there's a stop on the other end. And this will bring up 4th down and decision time for Boldest as they trail by 3 early on in the 4th.
Yeah, good tackle there by Donaldson, coming up strong.
So take another look, thrown into the flat. You're
Oh,
right,
yeah.
Donaldson.
Nowhere to go there, right on him.
Donaldson, and that was Jonathan Carberry as well.
Is it 4th down here, John? It sure is.
No, 4th and short. And this could be just Palmer trying to draw them offside, but they already burned a timeout in the 3rd quarter. So there's the hard count, the jump, and a false start. Well, it's not a bad play because if you know you're going to punt anyway, you try and catch him offside, get the first down.
Yeah, get him off. Maybe you get the couple yards you need for the first down, but it seemed it didn't work. The disciplined front line at the Bravest. And it looks like we're going to get a punt here by Corrections.
And, rain was a factor in the 1st quarter and a large part of the 2nd quarter. You have to think now, though, the fog rolling in might add to the visibility issues for the wide receivers or any pass that's being thrown.
Without a doubt, it's starting to roll in heavy and hard here. Speaking of Mother Nature, we had an earthquake last night, a minor 2.2.
I saw that. Yeah, Yonkers, right?
Yeah, pretty wild, right?
Short pooch punt. Actually gets some legs. How about that? Takes a Boldest bounce and shakes its way down the field.
John Moody back there again. Another chance blown. They can't get it to him, but. So Bravest, see if we can eat some clock here. Drive it down the field. And put another couple points on the board. See a couple Bravest greats down there. Alex Sayers and Brian Vamero, both team captains back in the day. One played offense, one played defense.
Good to see them showing up and supporting their former teammates.
Without a doubt.
You'd have to imagine, too, for the Bravest, even though it's still early on in the 4th quarter, you're probably trying to run down the clock as well and try and get that running game going to open up the passing game if need be. The handoff up the middle is Wilson. And a pickup of 6.
Well, you queued it up for him. Run and play off the right side. Gain good yardage. Eat some clock up. It's time management.
Because you'd imagine the worst that they could do is get across midfield, don't score, but you pin Corrections back. And Palmer, who will probably have to use his legs, will have time against him. Throwing on 2nd down. Nice catch, Flowers. And then is down just shy of midfield, but a first down. And there's the athleticism and the good hands by Flowers on display in the 4th.
There it was. Thrown a little behind him. Number 6 coming out with a great catch. Here it is coming right at you, folks. Oh.
Ref in the way.
We got the ref in the way, but we assure you it was a great catch by Flowers. Back in the stat column.
Tower guys, who was that? Travis with that shot? Of course it was Travis. I give him one compliment. Off the handoff. And crossing midfield is Nick Sumter.
Nice run, a little counter run there. Good yardage again.
Well, Well, clock rolling, 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7, but starting to see a lot more confidence out of Conklin and the offense. And, you know, we heard at halftime, too, from Troy Roberts and Mike Hyland that the Bravest are a second-half team, and maybe they just needed a half of football to kind of shake off the cobwebs and really assert themselves in the second half.
Yeah, probably made some good adjustments at half. Got jacked up to come out here, and they're looking pretty good on both sides of the ball. Sumter with not a great run there. Corrections had him corralled there for a loss. Receivers looking down at their little playbook.
Yeah, timeout taken. I think it's because of the drone that's being above the field.
I hope you're right, because I think this ref is saying he saw lightning. He's kind of pointing out. We'll see.
Well, so now we'll get an explanation.
You might be right with the drone. Let's hope you're right with the drone.
I hope so.
I would hate to see the game
come too far in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Weather cleared up. We've been through everything else.
Yeah, so a drone on the play of field. I'm not sure if that's in the rule book.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure every team in the league throws a drone up there for their games because we've seen the footage, so. The drone was banned from the field, 86th.
I hope it's not our guys, but so I know we've used the drone in the past. Conklin back to pass. And nowhere to go. Conklin stuffed. You're right, had some wide receivers open down the field, but the charging defensive line of the Boldest come and make the stop.
Yeah, Corrections wouldn't let him get that one away. Good play by the D-line there. Sacking Conklin. Bravest look like they're going to punt. Plenty of time left, though, for Corrections. Bravest didn't eat up that much.
Yeah, just over 5 minutes into the fourth quarter, unofficially, keeping the time on the field. And a big booming punt. It's muffed, but still covered.
Almost blew that one, but he was able to jump back on top of it. Possession stays with Corrections there.
It's like Clarence Curley able to redeem himself and give his team possession deep in their own territory. Looking to get in front of the Bravest. They pick up their second win of the year.
I got to think Alan Avila would be out there at this point. He was hurt earlier in the season for the Bravest. Probably missing him a little. The defense has been holding on all day, playing well. See what they can do here, fourth quarter.
Particularly the secondary, too, because Palmer is so good with his feet, and it's very easy to kind of lose sight of the wide receivers, and they've done a good job back there. Nice catch on the far side.
Yeah, they got with a mobile quarterback like that, you got to cover for a couple extra seconds. It's pretty tough. Pocket passer, I should say, is a little easier for the DBs. Don't have to worry about him running so much all over the field.
That was Jamal Urey with the catch. And here's Palmer on first down, rolling out. Comes near side and incomplete. Tried to go back to Urey. but couldn't make the catch.
Yeah, good throw by Palmer there. Receiver should have came up with that one.
And a flag out as well. And another hold against Corrections. Well, they just continue to hurt themselves, Corrections, with these penalties.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't think Palmer threw a pass from the pocket yet today.
No.
He is out and about. Those feet are his weapon, without a doubt. As we see the O-line below us, huddling up. Probably telling them, listen, we got to eat some clock. We're going to run it, so you boys get ready.
Yeah.
See a co-worker there down there, Ray McAuliffe, number 78, whose brother also played on the team 2003. From Staten Island, representing the hot corner, engine 155, ladder 78, in West Brighton.
First down in a country mile, or 20 officially. Palmer tries to get out of it, and nowhere to go. That's Denzel Wilson.
There's a sack lunch there. Great job by penetration by the D-line. They finally brought Palmer down. Wrangled him up. Here it is. Who's that? It looked like Song at first, kind of slowed him down. Denzel and the rest of the gang coming in. That's how you got to tackle Palmer. You got to gang tackle him. You cannot one-on-one him. He's going to juke you, and he's going to be down the sidelines.
Yeah, Song, Cunningham, and Wilson have all had big games up front. For FDNY, lead it by 3. And another second and long. No one in the backfield with Palmer. Back to pass out of the pocket. Completes it to Jamal Urey.
Nice little pitch and catch there. Open receiver. Find the open spot. It's pretty easy when you get down to it.
Gain of 11. Sets up 3rd and 9.
Big third down here for Corrections.
Almost midway through the 4th quarter. Palmer gets through his would-be tackler, has a first down, crossing midfield, still on his feet, and won't be knocked down.
What a great run again by Palmer. Evading tackle after tackle. Picking up the first down, getting out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Let's take another look as Palmer was ready to throw out of the pocket and said, I'll take it myself.
Yeah, there goes 1, there goes 2 to defend. Denzel less than fingertips. There goes a 3rd. Shaking and baking. There goes 4. And 5 and 6 have to take him out. Great run there by Palmer.
Casmanot with the big block as well.
Hate to see Palmer out there as a receiver in open field. Ooh.
Yeah.
Pretty.
And he's had good arm strength, too. It's not like he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah, without a doubt. He threw a couple bombs deep down the field. He might be outthrowing his receivers, even.
1st and 10 from the 41. Palmer over the middle, airs it out, incomplete.
Wide open receiver. I don't know. I can't blame Palmer on that one. It almost looked like the receiver pulled up.
That was Jamal Urey.
Wide open. Post route down the middle. That's the vulnerable spot in cover 2 with the safeties trying to cover the midfield to the sideline. Nonetheless, incomplete.
And we'll do it again. Low snap, Palmer digs it out. Shuffles his feet. Then flips it near side, almost intercepted. Good defense by Frankie Zerbo. That aggressive Staten Island DB making a play.
Frank Zerbo with a nice play to knock it down. Just transferred houses. Making a play on defense. He's having a good week there, Frankie Zerbo.
That'll bring up a Boldest 3rd and 10.
Another big down here for Corrections. They can almost put some money on it that we're going to see Palmer out of that pocket.
Yeah, and takes everyone out of the backfield and gets more room to run and nobody to bump into. 3rd down and 10. Palmer rolls, still on his feet. Now fires it down the field, and it is batted away. John Moody.
What a great play there. I mean, tip of his finger, barely getting a piece, it looked like. Just knocks it off line for the receiver, who was running practically wide open.
Travis Briggs, the intended receiver.
Here comes Cunningham. He thinks he's got somebody in the bullseye there, and then whoop, there goes Palmer. What else is new? It's a 60-yard throw.
Pretty much, and Moody using his fingertips to bat it away.
He had him. He had him. Great play defensively.
So the punting unit comes out. It's Schweitzer.
Shaky at best today.
Not sure if they'll fake it, but Schweitzer gets it across.
They should get the hell out of there. Bravest poison.
And
poison,
takes a
poison.
big bounce for the Boldest, who pin the Bravest inside the 10.
Good punt when needed. Best punt of the day for him, inside the 10. Great job for the Corrections punt team. And smart play, getting away from that by the Bravest. You don't need to try and go catch that. Get a fumble. We're talking about it all day with the weather. Let the offense come out here. Burn some clock.
It's around 7 minutes remaining in this contest. And John Conklin trying to get out of his own end zone. Has some 10 yards to do so as the fog rolls in at Aviator Sports Complex. Off the run. Wilson still on his feet. Finally brought down after the gain of 6.
Good positive run there by Wilson. Just what they needed. Run the ball, keep it on the ground, keep the clock moving.
Ball carried by Wilson.
Wilson represent engine 63. 5'10", 200 pounds.
You know any of those guys from the engine?
From engine 63, I do not have the pleasure of knowing any of them that I know of. Never had a chance to work up there.
Ball carried by Wilson. First down.
Wilson gets the first down. How about the job of Wilson in the second half? Really coming alive and has been a positive spark for the Bravest in the second half.
Without doubt, a bit of a workhorse here in the second half. Really leaning on him here, and rightfully so.
Wilson again continues to shoulder the workload. Pummels forward.
Nice run off the left side there. Made a couple guys miss. Some positive yardages there. He might be looking for a break.
Yeah.
Give the man, you got one play for a breather.
Gain of 5 yards on the play.
Should be second in inches. On the handoff, ball's on the ground, and Corrections takes over. Well, they took Wilson out, gave it to Sumter. Not the cleanest of transfers, and a turnover.
That is unacceptable at this point of the game. Here comes the replay. Oh, yeah. Sumter's got to clamp down on that like an alligator. Instead, fumble, Corrections gets it. Woo! Great field position, nonetheless.
And now the defense will have to stand tall.
I tell you what, those old linemen hate to see that stuff.
Start to get to the later stages of the fourth. Low snap to Palmer, gives it off. And bruising his way forward. As that was Theo Clark.
Rich Richard just filling that hole like a middle linebacker is supposed to. Whacking that running back for a negative play there.
Second and 10. Palmer with the hard count. Uses those legs, sprinting ahead. And a flag down in the backfield, and this should bring it back, and it will.
Lucky for the Bravest there. Palmer out to the races again. Picked up nice yardage, but one of his men get called for the holding. Bring it back.
About the third or fourth holding that we've seen today.
Bravest going for their 10th consecutive win here in the National Public Safety Football League, but it's a close one.
Well, the last few have been pretty close, right?
Yeah, well, you're right. You're right. So,
but it's got to build character too, of course, for these guys, and let you know that you can win the close games. And
without a doubt, helps the young guys too. I feel know that they can come back and or keep the lead in any game.
Palmer, false start. A few guys moved. First guy I saw was Lions, but there was movement on the line as well.
Back-to-back penalties for Corrections. Long time here for them.
5-yard penalty. Replaying. Second down.
Big implications in this game, too. I got the word that NYPD beat Chicago today, 34-17, so.
Talk about a business trip going down to Nashville.
Kidding. Probably in some honky-tonk right now.
Bouncing snap. Palmer handles it flawlessly. Gets a block. Fumbles it. Ball loose. Who's on it? And the Bravest have it. John Cunningham scoops up the loose ball, and FDNY takes over late in the fourth.
There's John Cunningham. Mentioned his name at the perfect time. That was a botch play from the start. Bounced the snap. Palmer trying to do what he does. Get out. Here comes Denzel. Just knocks it out perfect. Rich almost with the hand on it. And Cunningham just falls on it. Bravest ball. That's another big turnover there. In a bad spot for Corrections. Let's see what the Bravest football can do now. Offense coming out. See if Conklin can take charge here.
John Cunningham, the former Corrections lineman, making the biggest play against his former team. And get some bling on the sideline as well.
Yeah, he's got the bling out. He'll be on Instagram with that, you know, these new kids, young kids. Snapchat with his bling bling.
Wilson up the middle. Flag is down, still on his feet. Positive yardage. Has enough for the first down, but we'll wait to see what the penalty is. And it should be a holding again.
That was a great run. Looks like it's going to come back, but Wilson looked like he's fully energized. Like a chop block they called there.
That's a big penalty. It moves him back. As we'll take another look.
I don't know about that one, but hey, Russ got a tough job out there, so.
Looks like Daniel Olivier with the infraction.
I mean, we're talking about the first half. Maybe it wasn't the most exciting game, but I tell you what, this second half has come to play.
So it helped both offensive have opened up and some big-time plays, and Palmer and Conklin really showing out at the QB spot.
Without a doubt. Fourth quarter here. We got a time? How much time we got left? We don't even know, right?
Our unofficial timer has 10.5 minutes gone by, so that's about 3:25 left.
Okay, so we're down to the nitty-gritty here. Oh, we got to look, Tom.
Out of the pocket. Conklin takes a slide.
Sorry, that's the old player in me. Tommy Herrick, Conklin looked like he wanted Tommy Herrick to turn around a yard after the line of scrimmage, but Tommy went out and blocked, and Conklin kept it himself, so no harm, no foul.
So second and long.
Second and 26.
Conklin pump fakes, holds it, and slides. And that's the veteran QB there, just trying to waste as much time as he can.
Smart play. Learn from the first half there. Don't throw an unnecessary pick. Almost looked like they were going for a screen to Wilson, but it was covered up. So Conklin, smart move, to keep it himself. Slide down. Keep possession. Get that clock moving.
So 2-minute warning. And that's what we have right now is FDNY. 3rd and 24. Will try and get as many yards as they can, and then have to imagine punt it away and trying to have their defense stand tall. You'd have to imagine, though, a first down would end the game. Should we get there, as FDNY looking for their 10th win in a row and another nail-biter. A 3-point lead over Corrections late in the 4th.
Yeah, FD huddling up here. I would assume it's going to be some kind of run play. Keep it on the ground. Keep it running. You got the lead. We don't want any silly turnovers. And I can tell you, the running back coach is telling those running backs, hold that ball with 2 hands. Desi DeFreitas out there telling them, 2 hands, fellas, 2 hands. Secure the win here. This is the O-line's time to shine.
Yeah.
So they like this. They like this. They know it's just going to be a running game from here on out. They can tighten their chin straps up.
And I think that there was a timeout called anyway at the 2-minute warning, so that'll burn one for Corrections. Third and 24. 2 minutes left in the 4th. Conklin back to pass. Drifting and goes down.
All right. A sack. Keeps the clock moving.
Well, the Boldest called their last timeout. So one more punt, and then the defense is going to have to stand tall for the Bravest.
Well, let's see what Cole got. A little pressure situation here. Tight game. Time ticking down. Need a big old boot from Cole. And I think Cole has the green light to hold it and kind of sprint out to the right as long as he possibly can before somebody gets close enough to try and block it. Almost that rugby-style kick. But Corrections has been coming pretty hard, so.
Cole to take it. Low snap. And gets it away. And takes a Bravest bounce. And keeps on tumbling forward.
I wonder if Cole played shortstop there, because that was a dicey snap there by the long snapper. Cole scooped it up. Perfect. Got a nice kick out of it. Nice roll. So Corrections has some work to do now, but with the feet of Palmer, as we've seen, anything can happen.
Well, before this drive by Corrections, of course, we would be remiss if we didn't thank two big players in getting this live stream up, Andy Singleton and Steve Orr, for letting Varsity Media live stream this fun defensive showdown between New York City Correction Department Boldest and the FDNY Bravest.
Yeah, a lot of behind-the-scenes work by those two. We'd be lost without them.
Palmer rolling, still with it, can't get out of bounds as the clock continues to roll.
The captain, Rich Richards, with a beautiful tackle. Palmer wasn't getting away from that one.
The 8-year vet, Richie Richards.
Great player and a gentleman.
Palmer far side, hauled in, and goes out of bounds. It was a nice play by Michael John.
Yeah.
First catch of the day for John.
Good catch, out of bounds, stops the clock. Smart receiving play.
Palmer picks it up. Reverses field, gets out of bounds.
I mean, Palmer's spin moving, nobody there. You know, he's got it all going on. But scoops that bad snap up, gets out of bounds, stops the clock again.
And perhaps Palmer the piece to build around, because he could certainly handle that quarterback spot. I know how good of a wide receiver he is, but don't let the score tell you what, you know, the score is not a good indicator of what Palmer has been able to do today. Tough, slick conditions. He's used his feet. He's kept his team in the game. 2nd and 8, Palmer. Knocked down from behind. Ball is loose. And Corrections is on top of it.
Great play by Michael Hart there.
More importantly for Bravest, clock continues to run. And perhaps one of the final plays for Corrections.
Another bad snap.
Palmer tries to get out of it. Flings it up ahead, incomplete.
Had the receiver there, just inches away from another catch out there.
So 3rd down and 11.
Well, we've seen it. Palmer, quarterback for Corrections, he can reach the end zone. So if he gets loose out of the pocket, he can launch it. So D linemen better pin their ears back and go get him.
So 4th and 12, check that. One last gasp for Boldest. Palmer fires it far side. It's caught. And a first down for Corrections.
So the clock should stop as the chains get reset. And then they'll start it as soon as the chains are set. They let him snap it before the chains are set. So
yeah.
All good.
Just to stop the clock. I would assume there's less than 10 seconds left. They're keeping the clock on the field.
Second down for the Boldest.
The ref signaled over to the Bravest sideline at the time, but I couldn't make it out what it was, so we're still blind up here.
Palmer still on his feet and gets brought down.
There's that D-line of the Braves we've been talking about all day, all season, with Rich Richards. Just hold on to the shoelaces.
Let's take another look, but that should just about do it as Palmer gets wrapped up.
Mike Song with the initial hit. Rich Ritchie's coming up. Denzel Washington to finish him off. That looks like the bowl game, folks.
10 straight win for FDNY Bravest as they win it 15-12 at the Aviator Sports Complex. Well, Kenny, it was a pleasure doing the game with you, and certainly a lot of fun.
It was great fun up here. Thank you for having me.
And, of course, thanks again to Andy Singleton and Steve Orr and the rest of the crew over there, and as well as our sponsors, New York Firefighters Hardest Foundation, Apex Mobile Wellness, Tunnel to Tower Foundation, the Gary Sinise Foundation, the Hobrock Kettle Black, Brooklyn Roots Restaurant Group, Ready Rebound, Fire Family Transport Foundation, and, of course, Rockstar Show Services, the First Responders Network, all fraternal organizations of the FDNY, NYCD as well. So that'll do it from Aviator Sports Complex for our entire crew. Executive producer is Ben Turchin. Our camera guy is Ron Pierre, Travis DeLuise, and Sam Schmitz. Our clock operator, Jeff Turchin. For our technical director, Chris Sweeney. And my partner, Kenny DeForest. This is John Perez saying so long from Brooklyn. This has been a presentation of the Varsity Media Sports Network.